Hey, cuties. Let me go up. Miss J, I saw you earlier. Say hi. Hey, Miss J. Keontae, Linda Gamble, Tasha Rains, Angie, hello. Hello, Mo. Can you guys hear me okay? Evelyn Mays, Trish K10, Simply Beautiful. Hey, Simply Beautiful, Tennessee Girl, Bernita, Jessie Lewis. Hello to all the cuties. Hi, Megan. Okay, so you guys can hear me. I can turn my little music down. I think I'm coming down with a little cold. I hope not. Give me 1 second. I don't want to cough in you guys' ear. All right. Hello, Bernita, Phyllis Sanderson, Darlene Hill. Hey, cuties. If you guys can please hit the like on your way in. Okay. Thank you, Darlene. Hello, Louisiana chick. Yes, it is. I am not claiming the flu. I just think with different temperatures, time zone, all that stuff, I'm a little tired. But since I was out basically all last week, and I just wanted to come chit chat with you guys, get your opinion on the, oh no, Simply Beautiful, you are. I'm going to take something just in case tonight. But yeah, I think it's just, flying back into the States. Hello, Lady Noel Soul. How are you guys? Dee Dee, hello. I don't know. I think I may have spoken to you, but if not, hello again. So I think I got everyone that's currently in the chat. Let me scroll back down. Tanya Jackson, hello. You were looking for me, Keonta? Oh, well, I am here. I thought about you and your story and all of that. It was so touching. So, yes, thanks for joining me. Hey, Tang. Hi, Yvette. So, yeah, guys, I just wanted to come and chat. I wanted to get you all's opinions on this past episode. I think I may have caused a little stir by saying that I felt like Mel was taking a couple jabs, and she had every right to. Hi, Bevy. So, yeah, I wanted you guys' opinion on the episode Saturday. It's 80 in the chat. All right, let's see how many likes we have. Hit the like, guys. And I'm definitely going to drop the link. Let me just get a little settled. Let me go to my other device real quick and turn it down. Let's see. All right, so we have 54 likes and we have 83 watching. Thank you guys that's watching, that's not in the chat. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, so Louisiana Chick, you say you enjoyed it. And Mel was jabbing Martell and Marlene. She definitely was. And I was here for it. Keonta, I totally agree. And a lot of people are talking about that on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm not sure if that was Mr. Carlos King, but yeah. And I said that in my video that it felt like it was edited, because even after their talk, I didn't see where she was too upset. They didn't show anything that happened. And then the next day is when they were leaving, and couple jabs on the boats, on the yacht as well. But hey, that's okay. Hi, Beverly. Hey, Pamela. Oh, you're still on blackout, Evelyn, but you're watching the recaps? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, Simply Beautiful. I saw that one with Martell and Marlene. I actually have a little short video about his sit down, and then they also showed Mel and Miss Van. They had an exclusive that they released as well. Hi, Desiree. Hey, Tyra. Pretty brown eyes. Hello. And yes, Tennessee girl, I did see that. I saw both. And he was. His mom was trying to give Mel some props, and being a single mom herself, and especially with her sharing her story while they were there, how she had to work and two jobs and all of that. But you can tell that she stopped all of that once she saw Martell's reaction. And, she does what she does best, if you ask me, when it comes to Martell. Act like what he's saying is not wrong. She's not going to correct him. I made a whole video about that before. And in that moment, she should have told him, look, she has to work. She wants those kids to live the same lifestyle that they were living when you guys were married. So, no, she can't just sit home like you. But Martell, he don't have nothing going on at all. You are Andrea glad about the jabs. Like I said, I wasn't mad at all. I just didn't want, because we all know how Martell can be. And it's not like, I wanted Mel to walk on eggshells or anything like that. It's just that he's so unpredictable. And, the majority of them were women. I'm sure they may have had some guys in production or whatever that was filming them, but he's too unpredictable. But hey, Aunt Ann. Hello, Elaine Jordan. Tennessee girl again. Okay, Angie. And I'm gonna get the link ready, guys. Let me read this. That was his whole plan. That's why she was tricked into filming the mess. But Carlos Queen ain't gonna last with all this, because I would like the same energy with the other cast members. I agree. I definitely agree. Tasha Rain, the exclusives are on OWN's YouTube page. So you can go to OWN, and like I mentioned, they have that video. It's about 3 or 4 minutes long, both of them, of Martell and Marlene and Miss Van and Mel on a separate video. And it seems like, and I'm dropping the link, guys, it seems like they're doing that more this season, because I don't remember them dropping all of these exclusives like they did. I mean, like they're doing now. But it's pretty neat. Let me pin the pin the link, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Let's see. Where do I need to go? All right, Tasha, I see you. Give me one quick second. I just want to try to pin this link. All right. I think this is where I go. Here. And to the 126 watching, thank you guys so much. All right. And it is pinned. So if anyone wants to join Tasha and I, please feel free to hit the link. And Tasha, let me just make sure it is you. Give me 1 second. Okay, Tasha, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Hello, hello, hello. And
Hello.
Hi, we have Simply Beautiful. Are you there, Simply Beautiful?
I'm here.
All right. And Elaine, I saw you. Did you want to leave your camera? Okay, you turned it off. All right. And is that you, Elaine?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining me.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
was waiting.
You were.
Me too. Me too. I was like,
I,
where's it?
Oh, thank you guys. So what do you guys think? And we have Hannah. Let me get Hannah up. She's backstage real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, Hannah, where did you go? Come back. Hannah dropped down, but okay, we'll wait until she comes back. So what do you guys think? What do you want to start with first? You want to start with the jabs, just the episode in general? Were the
I think
jabs
she had.
warranted?
I think she had every right to jab whenever she felt like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't really see them as jabs. You know, I feel like Bill had every right to show him all the things that he said were not true. And
Yeah.
I believe that's why they took them as jabs, but they really weren't jabs. You know, he went on a tour saying that he did everything, he made her.
Mm-hmm.
So when she said what she said about the yacht, I was like, yes, Mel, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
showing him that you didn't do this.
Right. And showing everybody else as well. Hannah, is that
Exactly.
you, Hannah?
yes, that's me, Chit Chat.
Okay. All
Thank you.
right. I can remove this. Yeah, Tasha, I totally agree. And Mel built Martell up in the beginning because you couldn't pay me to believe that he didn't have it going on at least a little bit. And
And she covered him.
he definitely covered him for sure. And he's trying to keep that act up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And she was okay with that until
Yeah.
he started disrespecting her. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she
Mm-hmm.
was a wife that was okay with covering her husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. And there's nothing wrong with that. He that finds a wife finds a good thing, as they say. And so I don't blame her for that. And I definitely didn't blame her for the jabs. Like I said, for me, it was just how unpredictable he is. His violent, violent outbursts at times. And I just didn't want to see that. But it
She
didn't
could
happen.
have said a whole lot more too.
Yeah,
But
oh, for
Mel
sure.
always holds back, you
Yeah,
know?
Yep.
yeah. And
You
I
are
don't think that
definitely
that was
right
the
there.
nature. I don't think that that was the nature of her inviting him to even throw jabs. But
No,
when
it
you
was
disrespect,
it wasn't.
right, when you disrespect me and you invite Marceau and Tisha over, then I didn't like how he kept telling her, "Shut up, Mel," or "Be quiet, Mel."
Yeah,
It's like,
you
who
don't
do you
speak
think
to
you're
nobody.
talking to? Yeah,
It seemed like anytime she hits Martell with truth, he start with that be quiet, shut up.
yeah,
My
yeah.
thing is this: you wouldn't have had to worry about jabs if you didn't invite the Scotts. For
Right.
him to sit there in his confessional and say, well, she needs to get over it. Who are you to tell her what and when she needs to get over something?
I
It's
agree.
not like they were just simply talking about Mel. They were trying to justify the paternity of your daughter. But like she said at that restaurant, you were the ringleader. You
Mm,
gave them everything. So you
yep.
didn't care that they questioned the paternity of your child. You were more concerned in fronting for Marcel.
Yep. Yep.
Show me Marcel that beach house and that you're in position to try to win your ex-wife back. That was more important to you than your ex-wife's feelings.
That's
So
true.
he deserved every jab she gave him.
Yeah. And it took something for her to get there. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yep.
And it was definitely okay with me. They were jabs, like I said, but they were warranted. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
Some of them.
he's always going to show his true colors, like you
Yep.
guys were talking about that the
That
unreleased
did.
clip.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't have asked him to sing the songs. I would have started singing them.
all the songs,
Yes, I
that's
would have
right.
started singing them.
I know that's right. Yeah, and
and,
hey, that's her truth. We saw it. So every word she put in that song about giving him 5 years and all of that, it's the truth. The
and
truth hurt.
the nerve of him to say, "Oh, asking to play that song is tacky." Sir, you had a baby in the midst of your marriage. If
Mm-hmm,
anything is tacky, it's that.
mm-hmm.
How, like,
That's
you're so bothered by that song, and it's nothing but the truth. She's bothered by the fact that you got a baby with another woman.
That's right. That's right.
And when
Mm.
I see good afternoon, good evening, everyone,
Good
or good
evening.
night,
I
wherever you are located. But
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. When I see how Mel when she jab at Martell like that, she
Mm-hmm.
is just so aggravated and irritated by him because
For
he's so
sure.
evil.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that we're on the outside looking in. We don't know the half of what she had to put up with Martell.
Exactly. Exactly.
I could not. We can't even stand to look at him. So how and all this the stuff that he. I'm sorry. I can't even stand to see him, and I'm pretty sure a whole lot of other people can't either.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
because of the way he treated his family, and so with Mel, she probably do try to be nice with him, but he always saying something stupid out of his mouth. And I believe
Mm-hmm.
every time she see him, she feel so disgusted by his behavior. And then that side chick, she's just as aggravated and evil and agitated as he is. So those two together, I wouldn't even want them in my presence. They're even
Mm.
thought of them
I
because she's
agree.
trying to move on.
Yeah.
I would have said
That's why I
everything
was
she
so
said plus
shocked
some.
at that's why I was so shocked at the invite to begin with. I do know that her main purpose was, this is what I feel, so Sugar Mama could experience it because the other kids did. And we know
Hmm.
she left him right after she had Sugar Mama. So I think that was the main thing. But the things that Martell has done and said, and the side chick and the Scots and everybody else, and like she said, he was the ringleader, he wouldn't have gotten an invite, period. I'm sorry, that would have just been one memory that at this time. Now, if some years had passed and things seem to be okay and they decide to do a family trip or whatever, but it was too fresh. Everything is still fresh. It's only been a couple years.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think she truly wanted to invite him or his mom.
You
I
think
She
it was,
be,
did it.
I believe that when production mentioned, "Is this something you can invite Martell to?"
mm-hmm,
Instead of Mel standing her ground and
and
saying, "No,
saying
we're
no.
not ready," I
Mm-hmm.
think she did it as a solid to give Sugar Mama those memories. But I also think she did it because he did have her back at Madani. Even
Yeah.
though the ammunition came from him per Wanda,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think she did it as a favor. But if I was to think, I think Mel regret bringing him there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And watching that digital exclusive, you
Mhm.
can tell it was in that moment. Once she rejected him, the wheels in his head started going.
Yeah.
And when he went home, he
That's when it
planned to
all hit the fan.
yep, he planned to file for full custody from her.
Yeah.
And it's all because she don't want him anymore.
Yep.
She
Yep.
hurt she bruised his ego rejecting him and he
Mhm.
can't take it.
Yeah. He and like that the video that they released week before last, I think it was, when he was talking about the kids have hope and all of that. He's the one that had hope. He's the one that went into that trip with hope, and she shut him down. You know what I mean? And a person like Martell, that's who dropped off. Hannah? I know, Hannah, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. Mhm.
Oh, I'm not sure who dropped off. But yeah, she shut him down. And
It was
as
Elaine.
okay, it was Elaine. As egotistical as he is and all of that, he probably rolled back to Alabama in silence. You know what I mean? Upset. And I agree with you that he planned that. he planned that
He did.
to try to get custody, or he's just a mess. He
Yeah.
really is.
It didn't
I think
help
he
that.
thought.
Oh,
Is that you,
I'm
Elaine?
sorry.
Yes, I'm having internet problems. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Just want to double check. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Who was that? Was that you, Tasha?
Yeah, I think he saw, and I think to the comment when Mel asked him had he ever been on a yacht after he said, "Oh, this is really nice." And when Mel said what she said, then he looked at, the place they were staying and all this stuff that Mel had done. I think after she shut him down, he
Mm-hmm.
started thinking, okay, she doing all of this and I'm in the shape that I'm in. He wasn't going to sit back and let that happen. I think he started planning, and it's not, I don't even think it's about the kids. I think it's about her finances.
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and another thing regarding that comment about welcome to the good life or whatever she said, listen, they were supposed to build together. They were supposed to be doing all of this together
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because Melody said that they had worked so hard since they were in their 20s to build everything that they had, but he
Mm-hmm.
didn't respect their marriage. He didn't respect her. He didn't respect anything that they did to build that life that they, to work the hard work that they had all of those years. So she's showing him, look, this is what could have been had you decided not to be so selfish. And then
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is that Miss Marlene and Martell, they are just alike. And them two together, I couldn't. I'm pretty sure she was aggravated with Miss Marlene too. You could tell by the look on her face because this woman always, she has basically dropped Martell when he was a baby and crippled him. And when he was an adult and a teenager or whatever, she has crippled that man because she keeps on
Yeah.
lying to him, telling him that he's a good man when she know he's not a good man. That is the most foolish thing that I've heard this woman say out of her mouth, that you are a good man, even though you had a baby with another girl, with
Yeah.
another woman. Lady, this man was married with children.
Mm-hmm.
It
May
is,
I say something?
and let me just, I'll come back to my point. You can go on. I had one more point to make, but go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Hannah.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine. You're fine. Go on, because I'll have to think of what I was going to say, but I do want to say it though. Go on.
And I'm just asking everybody in the comments, please don't kill me. I'm not for Miss Marlene, but I have to be truthful in what I see. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe because she started telling the truth, and that's not the first time that Miss Marlene started telling the truth about Mel. I
Mm-hmm.
think she is afraid of Martell.
Mm.
I
Mm.
honestly, in my heart, feel like this lady know what the deal is, but she's so fearful because every time she starts to say this truth,
Yep.
Martell immediately shuts her down, and and she see the rage coming, so then she cowers and she strokes his ego.
I agree with you. And they showed that in that unreleased clip today. It was the same thing. She was praising Mel. She said Mel has to do what she has to do, how basically she hasn't missed a beat. And he didn't want to hear that because all the praise was going towards Mel. And that's when she kind of, like you said, reeled it
And
back
she did it
in.
a while back too. She did it a while back too when they were before they actually divorced. She
Mm-hmm.
told him to his face, "All this your fault."
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Can
know
I
what I
That's
mean?
what makes, that's what makes me think she's not afraid of him because she was telling him that he needed to get himself together. But I think the problem is now is they both are big liars, seem like, allegedly. But the problem is now is that she know that she's hurt by what has happened during this whole situation. And when Melody dropped her and blocked her, she got mad at Melody. Now she's taking up for her son, and that's how I see it. I just basically believe that she got mad at Melody. She don't want her son to look bad in the public. She want him to regain his reputation and regain money. And she
Mm-hmm.
know that in his position now, he's not going to be able to do it. That's why she's trying to help him, polish up. I use that word polish up, but that is not going to happen to him. But to regain his reputation in the community because he looks real bad. Period. And so
I
she don't
think
want him to look as bad. That's just my impression.
the problem is with Marlene. I do think she's scared of him, but I think this is also guilt. I watched that boat scene, and when Mel mentioned the fact that the grandmother was there to help a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
Martell said, yeah, it stung Marlene to the part that she started
Did.
stuttering.
Yeah, did.
And I said, Mel got him. Because
Yeah.
Mel wanted Martell to see what Dr. Francis tried to get him to see season one. Your childhood trauma is a big part of your problem. And
Mm-hmm.
until he addresses Marlene and his daddy,
Mm-hmm.
he's never going to succeed in life or in another relationship.
Yeah.
Because
I
he
agree.
can't. Go ahead.
No, no. Go ahead, Simply Beautiful.
He came into that like Dr. Francis hit the nail on the head. When he married Mel, he came into that marriage not only looking for with a wife, but looking for his mama. He
Yeah.
wanted Mel to validate him like she was Marlene. And the minute
Mm-hmm.
that Dr. Francis hit that nail on the head, he stopped going to Dr. Francis.
You sure did.
Dr. Francis became biased, if you remember.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have always said when Mel divorced Martell, yeah, Marlene was hurt, but Marlene was more so hurt because the finances
Mm.
changed with Martell and
And her.
herself.
Yep. Definitely had an
And
impact on her. Mm-hmm.
it had she doesn't like that. So she could sit there talking about I've never dogged her. Lady, you sat on national television and told your son, so what that you had a baby with another woman, you're not losing any sleep. You would have never been welcomed on a single trip.
Yeah.
Go ask that baby mama to take you on a vacation since it's so what he had a baby with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
Go ride down the Destin with her and her son.
Yeah. You know what I think too? I think at that time, like you said, that she was really still trying to protect him. I think that she also thought that Martell would be a little more successful without Mel as well. And we all see
Mm-hmm.
how that's turned out. So now she's attempting to change her tune, but that's her son. And she pacifies him. She pacifies him like a big baby. But Martell and Marceau alike, they both don't want anything to do with Dr. Francis because he calls them out on their, you know, and men,
Yep.
a lot of men don't want that.
No, they don't.
Hmm.
Absolutely not.
And the way
Especially Martell and Marceau.
Mhm.
For sure.
And yeah, Mel has to call Martell out. She got to let him know, look, I submitted to you when I was your wife, and I let you get away with a lot, but you're not going to cross any more boundaries. You're not going to get away with lying in my face and thinking that I'm not going to confront you on it. She confront him on everything. That's why he got to be very careful what he say around her, because he don't know what going to come out of her mouth. She would not let Martell, and she have to do this with him because of his behavior, and then all of the behaviors that
Mm-hmm.
he allowed his baby mama to do, and
Hmm.
all of and she called him called him out and said that he was a ringleader of all of that mess that went on with
Yep.
all of those people all that for all of that long time, especially including Carlos and all of the other people. He could have he should have said something about that his baby mama years ago when she was out there talking about his kids too. We
Oh yeah.
forget that she did say something bad about his kids,
Yep.
and he never said anything publicly to
Never.
make to give that girl, put her in check. He
Till
should have
this
said
day.
something.
I'm
Um,
so
he hasn't
Hannah,
said
I'm so
anything up
happy.
until present time. He's never said anything negative about, and you guys know I call it coleslaw.
Hmm.
Never said anything about her. It's
That's what
crazy.
I don't get. He was
Mhm.
so like he made such a big deal about ignoring what Mel said. Dude, keep the same energy that you keep with your baby mama. She done
Yeah.
said you like to implant your face in other people's behinds. You don't say nothing about that. So them little jabs that Mel was taking should have been easy cakes for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
can I say something? This is Elaine.
Sure. Go ahead, Elaine.
I totally agree with Hannah. She had to do those jabs to put him in his place, because if she was sweet, nice, and all of that to him, he would have took advantage of the whole thing. He
Mm-hmm.
was flexing his muscles with the
Hmm.
scotch. Look where I am at. Look what I'm going to do. Now, for one thing, while they were in a marriage, a man is supposed to cover their wife.
That's true.
If you don't have a man that cover you, you're wrong. Now, that woman calling the house, what the heck? What you mean? What did I do wrong so it can help you? That you allowed this woman to call your house, disrespect your wife
Mm-hmm.
and the children, because they were all still in the same marital property. You allowed that.
Yeah.
And you sit there and made that other woman think that you treated her better than her. Now you don't want to have nothing to do with it, but unless it's in the dark. That's
Mm.
where you went wrong. You didn't cover your wife. That's why she says she wants to protect her.
Oh yeah,
And number one thing is wrong with him, because I'm a mental health counselor. He has bipolar disorder,
for sure.
and he has narcissistic personality disorder. And people say there's no cure for it. It's mindfulness. What is mindfulness? You got to be aware of what's going on. If you don't take responsibility for what's going on, you won't ever heal. And it's just like he wanted to put himself in the children's spot. And I don't really
Mhm.
think he wants Melody. I think he wants that money she has.
Yep.
For
With
sure.
her, dollar bills is tied to her. That's why everybody in that cast can't stand her, because she's very
Mm-hmm.
creative, she's brilliant, and she moves strategically. She had to throw jabs at him. Yeah, you know what she told him. But why do you keep bringing that up? You didn't do this for me. You didn't do that. What about satisfying her sexually?
Exactly.
She didn't go around on a campaign saying you didn't do this to me. You sit there and humiliated her on TV, and you think she's supposed to take you back? What kind of and to me, I think he has a learning disability too. On top of all of
I
that,
think he
I
does
agree.
as well.
it's
Yeah.
a learning disability, because you cannot. How can you not have no cognitive sense about
Mm-hmm.
why somebody don't want to be bothered with you?
Yeah.
This is your wife. She is not a doormat for you to walk all over. This is your wife. And you know what he told her? And she should have thought that back in his face. When she confronted him in that bedroom, she said, "You know what it's called? It's called feeling that void. Get used to it. Me choosing, get
Mm-hmm.
used to it. I'm feeling that void. She's feeling the void now too. Your tail is out on the outside,
That's right.
looking in.
That's
She's feeling
right.
that void. She don't have to. And she gave him so many chances. I listened to her have a she had a interview with somebody today. She said she should have left the first time.
Mm-hmm.
When she allowed him to have all these chances, it opened her up to more trauma. And
Yeah.
people's like, "Oh, she's just being petty." No, that ain't nothing. That is a fraction to what he did to her.
That's right.
He disrespected her so bad, humiliated her on TV, and then turned around and had the Scots and Tisha mama talking about. And did you correct her? No, you didn't do anything. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't try to stop them Scots or nothing. You hee ha ha all in their face and trying to be. What is that they have on each other? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't
It's
know. But
weird.
it is just
It's a weird dynamic, I tell you
it
that. But
is. It
you know.
is because here's the thing. And then he went over on the housewives and showed his behind over there,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
embarrassing his everybody. And then you make yourself look like a nut. He's unstable. And you know the reason why he won't get on medicine is because of the side effects. A lot of those medicine have
Yeah.
sexual side effects, and he ain't letting nothing mess up his libido.
Well, child, they say he ain't hitting on nothing anyway. So he may.
No, but
Yeah.
but the thing about him messed hold I heard what you just said. But I just think like I listened to that live. I think this other lady is on here. Not Hannah, but the other lady just spoke. I think she was on that live when they said that she was being petty, and she shouldn't. Yes, she should have. I would have been petty too.
Oh, you talk about me. I was there. I was
Yes,
there.
you. Yeah, I was on that line too. Yes, she should have been petty because this is my money. This is my money.
Yeah.
I,
No, I
I,
don't believe in doing that to me. I really don't. I don't believe in doing that to men. I don't. But for him, and then you go on a magazine and said you took the kids on. Come on now, come on now. You took
I
the kids to Destin.
Yeah, we haven't seen Martell take those kids anywhere.
he
Now
Mm-mm.
could.
here it says Mel. Well, I guess today was her day for him to pick them up from school. Today is Monday, right? Yes. I'm sorry, I'm
Hmm.
still off track. But yeah, she took them this weekend. We always see her take those kids. Martell, nothing, nothing.
Wait, he said in that upscale magazine he took the kids.
That's what I heard he said. I didn't read it for myself, but I heard he said they went on a trip together to Destin.
One
Mm,
thing I do not, a lot of people was
He
like,
said that on the show.
he said that in the gym that that's where I like to
He
take my
said that on the
family, but
show.
mm,
it was never we took the kids, it was always him. So
mm-hmm.
that's why when Mel kind of threw it in his face that yeah, you're on the third floor with your mama, I'm down here with the kids, and he started complaining, I was
Mm,
like, dude, you didn't put an ounce or penny into this trip.
that's
Be
right.
thankful that you're there.
That's right. Hey, ADR. And real quick, Simply Beautiful, or was that Hannah? Simply Beautiful. To the 380 watching, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to hit the like button. Brenda, I see you. Elizabeth, Lagon, ADR, The Real V, Miss Sheree. Just wanted to say hi to everyone real quick. Peggy, everyone. But yeah, I agree. He was still trying to be big man on campus. You know what I mean? When he was in that gym with Marceau and all of them.
Hmm.
That's what that was. That's still the ego. Martell is full of himself. And yeah, he wouldn't be open to go on any other trip with me. Not with
No,
future spouses. And I put that in that video. He would not be welcome because Martell is always going to be, in my opinion, be jealous of
is
everybody
that?
that's doing better than him. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
And then the
I hope
other
he.
thing, I'm sorry, when Martell asked Melody about Lord, but I'm sorry, I forgot what I was about to say. I'm about to get it together. But he asked her something sitting at that table. Oh, basic.
What?
No, he apologized to her. That's what he did. And then Melody asked him, "What is different about this apology? From all of the other apologies that you've made throughout the years." In essence, that's what she asked him. Because Martell, when he had apologized to this woman all these years, and then she went ahead on and forgave him. But if you notice, when they went to the cabin that time, Melody was mad at him and wouldn't let him sleep in the bed with her, in the room with her, because she was pregnant at the time, because the coleslaw had called when they were on their way to Atlanta, and she got mad at him. But she allowed him to kiss her when she kissed him when they were in the kitchen. And what he said, it got her. See, this man been playing with this woman all these years. So basically, what she's letting him know now is no more games, buddy.
Yeah.
No more games. That's not gonna work over here. And see, he's still trying, but every time he tries, she cut him off and shut him down, and that's what she's gonna have to keep on doing with Martell, because
Mm,
the only thing this man has been doing for years is playing games with his family and with his wife and children, and then he's gonna sit up there talking about he's a good father. I'm sorry, this man, to me, in my opinion, is nowhere near a good father, because if he was, he would not have put his kids in the position that he did, especially
that's
like
right.
a lot of people are saying with the COVID-19. I mean, I'm sorry, with the pandemic going around at that time when that woman had just had a baby.
Just had a baby.
3 months later, he's out there putting them at risk.
Hmm.
That man did not care about those kids. And the reason, and then the other thing, now I'm not going to go into the kids, but he is not a good father to me. He might be a father, but not good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think the bar was set very low with him that he thinks he's a great father. I mean, compared to his daddy, maybe he is a great father. But to the average dad, no, you don't even compare. You're the type of guy who uses your children to get what you want.
Yeah.
And when she won't give you what you want, you say, well, I'm going to strip the children away from you.
But
Mm.
you taking the resources out of your children's mouth to go over here and give to somebody, another man's child, and this woman who cares nothing about your family. Man, get out of here. No, no way. That doesn't equal up to anything to me.
At
He's
all.
jealous of
Low
his
down,
kids.
dirty, you know what. Sorry about
He
that.
he's
Mhm.
jealous of his kids though. His
It's his
kids are
grandma.
living the life
I
that he wants
agree.
to live.
I totally agree.
And then they have the relationship with their mom that he did not have with Marlene, clearly. So when you talk about stripping the kids from Mel, you want your children to hurt in the manner that you hurt. Because as quiet as it's kept, I believe he's playing on Tank's emotions. Tank is the
Mhm.
kid that is always up under Mel. So you're gonna play on Tank's emotion that he can get Mel back to you. And now when it's not working, we're gonna move to the next kid.
But in every episode I see, or every picture I see, that little boy is as far away from that man as he can get. He do not want to be anywhere near him. Look at the video that we saw earlier today that
Hmm.
Phone put out. He was over there on the other side of the way across in another chair. In the pictures, he is as far, and I don't blame him because Melody. Well, I'm not going to talk about the kids, but we all get the picture on that.
Yeah, I
I, I
understand.
I just want to say this.
What?
I think he's losing his grip on Mariah as well. But
Yeah. Well, what makes him think that that's okay though? It's okay. So what? I got this baby out here. I want you back because we know. And when she starts thriving and doing, you doing too much. You doing too
Mhm.
much. You
Mhm.
doing too much. You need to be taking care of me. And he failed to realize that she had just had a baby when she was pregnant when he told her to go out. When she told him go out there and get your girlfriend, he didn't fail to realize that she had businesses to run. What are you doing all that?
Yeah.
You
He's
have
not
business to
doing
run,
anything.
and then she's pregnant, and
Right.
then you want
Martell is
somebody to
trying.
do all that. But he has a foul spirit on him. He has a demonic spirit attached to him,
hmm
and
Mhm.
that foul spirit is just really, really it's really, really acting up. He will never be satisfied anywhere, and he's trying. This is why he connected himself to Sheree because he's trying to get that status again.
That's what it is. That's it.
He's
That's
trying to
all.
get that millionaire status, and you have to put in the work to be a millionaire. Now, I really think y'all probably don't say, "Well, what the heck is wrong with her?" I think he would be a good model.
I think years ago he would have. I think he look old in the face now.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I agree with you.
But I agree with you, Elaine. But I don't know, and I'm surprised he hasn't because he probably would have been successful at that, or at least a trainer. That's your thing.
Yeah,
You like your
and I
body. You
think
like
he
to
would
work
do
out.
better if he opened up a gym
Yeah,
or something like that. But
yeah.
again, he's going to need Melly to help you because here it is.
Martell
Him and
is lazy.
lazy.
Hmm.
He's
Well,
lazy.
hey, he was
Him and
able
Destiny.
to. Right, he was able to acquire what he did acquire because of Mel. And that's what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? Martell wants to be on someone's arm as arm candy, such as Sheree, and
Yeah.
basically that's it. He will never claim coleslaw because she has absolutely nothing to offer. And I
But
do believe
intellect, but
yeah, and
they
I
on the
do
same
believe that he
intellectual level.
resents her. He resents her now because he's lost everything. Not only
Hmm.
the wife and kids, but his status. He's
Yep.
lost that as well. So, and it's all what he deserves. No pity for me. He will never get pity. I'm one where I don't wish harm on anyone, but as far as pity, he will never get that. He's self-destructed, because the lady gave him chance after chance after chance, and he still didn't get right. So it is what it is.
And he's still sitting up there asking her, what is it
Did
that
I
he
do?
did
Come on now.
before? before he started cheating. Now, come on, man. Melody, he's trying to still blame her. He didn't ask her what is it that she wasn't doing while he was cheating. He talking about before he started cheating. And
Mm-hmm.
he's just gaslighting her. And
That's it.
it makes no sense, the questions that he's sitting up here asking this woman. I would have gotten smart with him too. I would have thrown everything at him that I could and made him never want to go on a trip with me again. That may be what she was trying to do. Don't ever come in my presence. But she was doing it for, the children. I understand that she want to make memories with him, with the children, but he's still sitting up here trying to find out what it is that he did to Melody. He know, if he look in the mirror what kind of man he is, he's proven what kind of man he is, and he don't even see it, how low down and foul he really is. And even to the coleslaw and every other woman that he's I'm sure Melody was not, I'm not sure, but I don't believe Melody was lying when she said Martell has had multiple relationships in that marriage. He's cheated multiple times. So he know what he was doing. He ain't no fool. He know what he was doing to this woman. And then he's trying to make her sit up here and say it. And that's why she made him look like a fool every time he opened his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all hear her get him to admit the truth? The lies that he been telling all this time that she didn't satisfy him. She got him to admit the truth.
Oh, she did.
Sure
She did. Mm-hmm. And he wanted to know what he did before cheating, before the cheating came into it. And my thing is, you should be able to think back to your own actions. Like I put last night in that video, she does not have to relive that trauma to give you an answer. You know what you did. So that's very selfish of him, if you ask me, to want her to say and then basically build him up for the next woman. No. If you don't know, you won't know. You won't get the opportunity to do it to me again. But yeah,
That
you
was
figured
reverse
out.
psychology.
That's
Yeah.
It
exactly
really
what.
was. It
That
Mm-hmm.
was
really was.
reverse psychology Martell was using just then when he
Mm-hmm.
said, because he was still trying to get her to justify his cheating
Yeah. Yeah.
with that question.
How did we get
Exactly.
here? Yeah. You
But
know.
There
my
is no justification to that. There's no
It isn't.
justification.
It
You
isn't at
you did
all.
what you wanted to do, and now you have to suffer the consequences. And here's the thing: if a person is saved and God got His hands on that person, just best to leave them alone. It's
she
best
keep
to not do that because look at the Scots. Look
Yeah.
at Destiny. Everybody that takes jabs at her, it seems like they suffer in some way. And I don't wish nothing bad on anybody, but you
Mm-mm.
got to be careful when somebody's God got their hand on somebody. Don't sit there and poke jabs at people and go after them, and especially when they in God's presence and He's got His hands on that person. It's
Mhm.
best to leave that person alone. Just go on about your business. Oh, we just can't get along and keep it moving.
She
Mm-hmm.
keep telling these people for every demon five blessings.
Yes.
I really don't understand why these people don't just leave her alone.
Right. Because
Everything
it's been proven to be
yeah,
true. You know what I mean?
everything she touches seems to basically take off. At
Uh-huh.
some point, you gotta leave the woman alone.
Yeah. I
But she
agree.
wouldn't she would never have what she had if she had stayed in that marriage. What she has
No.
now, she would never have that because he would stop her, he would criticize her, he would throw her, he would make her feel less than because you're doing too much. You're doing this too much. Why you want to get in this? You gotta satisfy me. Well,
Mm-hmm.
me is not about a marriage. A marriage is about coming together and working together. It's not about one person. If it has to be about one person, that's not really a marriage. And
That's
and
true.
he wanted her to be like Tisha. He wants her to be like Tisha, except because I was listening to a live with Miss Wanda and all of them. That man stays out to 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Marceau. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes, he doesn't come home like uh, a regular person would come home.
Mm-hmm.
He
Give me
stays
one
out to
second.
3.
Give me 1 second, ladies. Let me welcome Cheryl. Is that you and Gloria?
Yes.
Yes.
How you doing? Hi,
Hi,
ladies.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. How y'all doing?
hello,
Hey.
Hey.
hello. And to the
Hi.
422 watching, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please hit the like button. Hey, Cheryl and Gloria.
Hello. How y'all been?
Hey.
Hey, everybody.
Happy
Hey.
holidays. Happy
Happy
holidays.
Hello.
Yes, happy holidays. What are you ladies' thoughts on the
I
discussion?
just want to know how many languages must Mel speak? I said this already on one of the lives. What? How many languages? 100 languages
Holy
plus Swahili.
Yeah,
She doesn't want you anymore, Martell. She
it's
doesn't want
over.
him anymore. So
It's over.
he keeps dredging up the past and going back in the blast in the past. It's over. He chose to put Arion before his marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, so now he's stuck with that
Mm-hmm.
ball and chain. Now he's stuck with it. Now he's
Oh,
stuck with
for
her
life.
for life.
For
He's
life.
never getting rid of Arion. I'm telling him right
No.
now.
And you know what? And I don't, it wasn't even like I feel like he chose her. I mean, he chose to continue to
Right. That's
mess
what I
with
mean. That's what I mean.
her. Right. But, he just thought, like a lot of men do, that Mel would never leave him. That's what he
Right.
thought. He was
Right.
happy when she got pregnant with Sugar Mama because he thought that was going to stop her flow. And it didn't.
And I don't like him telling her to be quiet. I don't know who the hell he
Yeah,
think he
I didn't
is.
like
Oh
that.
God, I can't take it.
Who
Shut
the
up.
Yes.
who do you
Just
hell you
shut
think
up.
you are?
Ooh.
You
Say it
on her
again.
trip, on her dime, ain't paying for nothing, came
Mhm.
broke, and you on my trip telling me to be quiet. Man, he would have been off that boat somewhere, but I don't know where I would have threw him off that boat. I don't know. This is
Mm.
crazy. He has
Yeah,
no
it's like he
respect, no
thought he was
respect at
talking to,
all.
to kids or something. And it just let me know what she really, really went through inside the home when they were living together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Mm-hmm.
said last night, we've only seen a piece. We've
Right.
become unhinged on Instagram, which is not controlled by the cameras and editing.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him
And
react on this show, but just imagine.
And
Just
people need to
imagine.
stop telling, and me, people need to stop telling Melody how she should handle Martell and she should accept apology, or
No,
she should accept his side chick's baby. People don't have the
no.
right to tell her that. That's
Uh-uh.
what she's trying to break away from control. She's not letting Martell control her, and she's not
Mm-mm.
letting these fans control her either now.
No, and
Come on now.
that baby ain't got a damn thing to do with her. So
Nothing, nothing.
her kids are the baby's siblings. They can form their relationship through their dad and on their own. But no,
Eh,
she doesn't have to accept that baby. It's
Right.
not
And
like she's walking
I
around with
heard people talking about the baby should have been on the trip with them.
no, hell no.
Mel needs to accept that
Hell no.
baby. Yeah, right. I
Uh-uh.
said
That's Martell's baby.
Mel needs to give that baby the same thought and consideration that was given to hers. None.
Period.
My
None.
grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
my grandmother always said, "All you got to do is stay black and die. All you got to do."
That's it.
Please,
It's
she
not like
ain't got to
she's
do
walking
nothing.
around with any hatred. I don't think she is. She's
She
not
don't
walking
hate the
around with
baby, but
any hatred or anything like that towards that kid, but she does not have to have anything to do with the child. And
right.
you can tell
Mm-hmm.
that that's what Coleslaw wants because
Yep.
that's her go-to. Oh no, I'll send my baby right on over there and tell him he like oatmeal.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
nobody want
That's
your
how
baby.
stupid she is. That's how
Right, you
stupid
keep
she
that
is.
damn baby right where you are. Don't nobody wants. She even said the same thing about Sheree. Like
Oh
the baby
Lord.
is the prize. No, he's your prize. Congratulations.
Thank you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Uh.
And you stuck with a baby with a man who don't give child support to her,
Mm-hmm.
don't do anything to help her. She's struggling on her own. Every live
Yes,
I see
dude.
her on, there's no Martell. That's why I don't go for that. If you say, "Oh, he did this and he ate my,"
No,
I never see Martell walking in the background. I never see him nowhere in the house.
never,
Nowhere.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Never.
Has
never. That's why
anybody
I
other
don't even
than
think that was his car. You guys
Thank
remember
you.
what
I
they were
listen.
saying? That
I
wasn't Martell's.
I never
That
see
was not
Martell.
his truck.
No, that was not his
right?
truck.
I never see Martell in the background. I never see him reach over and give her a
Never.
kiss. I never see Martell in the background of her lives ever. So
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
is she really with Martell now? Let's keep it real. Is
That
she?
girl's not with Martell.
No.
No, she's
No.
not.
I think he gave her some money though because she's quiet.
Oh Lord.
Well,
I think he
probably.
gave her some money
I
because
do too, cause that boutique
Oh
don't went
God.
from one way to the other, and it's way better than it was. I think he gave us some money now.
Mm.
let me ask y'all a question.
Sure. Sure.
How are you going to take a month? How are you going to sit there and go on a campaign, waste the court time saying that she's a horrible mother. She got too many babysitter. When she's paying for your children to be in private school,
Yes.
Yeah.
that
Yes.
ain't no ordinary school they're going to. They're going, and
No.
somebody had a nerve to say, "Well, Nas can go to that school." No, he cannot.
No, he cannot. She can't afford it.
Martell, he can't afford that school they're going
Please.
to.
I honestly said, I wonder if they're trying to get Knox into the same daycare as Sugar
No,
Mama.
because I
It's
bet
not
she's at
gonna
a
happen.
top-notch daycare,
Mm-hmm.
I
unless
mean, the
Martell
girl
gonna
is
pay
walking
for it.
around with a bob like how Melody wears her hair. I
Yes.
mean, it's just crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
Told
she's
you guys.
obsessed with Melody.
Oh yes, a single white female, but she black
Lord
or
Jesus,
fatal attraction. It's
child.
always been that way. She try to talk like her. She want her
Oh,
kids to
child.
say yes, ma'am, and all of that, just like the Hope kids. And it's kind of scary. It
That
really
man,
is.
that baby be cursing her out. Now
Oh
that
goodness.
baby curses her out because she
Oh
say something to him and he turn around. He got his finger up. Whatever he's saying, he curses her
Mm.
out. Oh
Has
please.
anybody noticed Martell's mom always avoid the question?
Oh
It's
Lord.
like she feels guilty behind the whole situation. But if you do not address it, like Mel said, if you
yeah.
do not address this situation head on, it's
Does
never
work.
going to get better. And
Mm,
she refuses to do it.
He always
She
condones
rather
everything
know.
that Martell does.
yeah.
She rather kind of like prop Martell up than to say, "Look, son, you really messed up everything."
Mm-hmm.
She's not gonna say that.
She's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say it. She's not gonna say it.
And then when I saw that little clip that we didn't see on the show, where
Mm-hmm.
he sat his bald head self down there talking about some, oh, we might be on to something here. Oh, that maybe that's what it was. She neglected me.
Yeah.
What?
Oh
He's
please.
trying to piece it together. So yeah, she was too busy
Yes.
for me, and now she too busy for the kids.
When a
Yeah,
woman start,
Come on now.
that's when he got
yeah,
in his small brain to take her to
Yep.
court for
Yep.
full custody, right
he's
there
not
on that
getting no
show with his
custody.
mama.
He's not
Mm-hmm.
getting no custody. The judge
Money, money,
told him.
money,
The
money.
judge said, "Put that $17,000 back that you stole from Melody." Did he put
That's
it back?
right.
No.
No,
Right. Go
I
to
He
learned.
told him to go to therapy. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
No. So
Mm-hmm.
I
he
heard
so he
somebody say.
disobeyed what the judge said.
I heard somebody said today on another show that he was on what is it disorder medication or something,
Oh,
but
Who
he don't take it. Yeah, Martell was on medication for his bipolar disorder. Yeah.
oh, he does have bipolar.
That's
Yeah, he
what
does.
that's what I heard
alleged.
on another
Wow.
YouTuber today that he was supposed to be taking medication, but it's not gonna work if you take it a day, skip 3 days, take it another day, skip 5 days. That's not gonna work for him.
Cause he told the judge, he told him he don't need no therapy. That's what so he disobeyed what the judge told him to do,
Mm-hmm.
and he's supposed to put that money back. He didn't put that money back. That money he stole
But
from Melody.
I don't think she wanted back. She just don't want to be
she,
bothered with
She just
him.
don't want
right.
to be bothered with him.
She
Yeah.
Yeah.
said
It's on
she
her.
said forget about the 17K, just give me my divorce.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
Mhm.
that basically she said I don't need it. She said her manager said that you'll make double
You'll
that.
make
And
the
she
And
goes,
day.
she know he don't have it. That's probably why she
yeah,
said that. Cause he ain't
yeah.
got it.
But
So
y'all know what? It makes me real nervous for her because this is really real. Martell is so dangerous. And if he cannot have his way, there's no telling what he might do to Mel.
well, Mama Van bought the go-go, and if he show up at the dodo, he ain't gonna be around no Momo. Okay?
See, I
I know that's
Did
right.
y'all see that big old purse she was carrying?
Yep.
Mama Van.
Yes.
And
I
don't
think
think
That's
Mama
right.
Van is the only one with the go-go.
yeah, she got the go-go, and if he come to the dodo, he ain't gonna be there no Momo. That's
That's
it.
right.
Yes.
And
My
look,
grandmother
I
never
think they
carried a
all
purse.
I think they all protected when it comes to Martell and the
Yeah.
other fools, because like I say, for Mel's day to day, I don't see her just in fear. You know what I mean? And I just take that as a hint, like
And the
she's
man she
okay.
with and the man she get with gonna bust his behind
Yeah,
too. Let him go ahead.
she's not on live crying. She's not looking scared. Mel is out and about and driving to the post office, dropping off her orders, going back home. She's living her life, but I
Driving
just
a Mercedes G wagon. Melody
yeah.
is not as hard. Melody is not as broken as everybody think. She broken, all right. She wilding around and all the millions of dollars that she got. That would make anybody happy.
Oh, for
She
Oh,
could
sure.
did y'all see
Well,
the
I
y'all
she
see
really
the
could buy a
believe.
Marceau?
man.
Y'all
Please.
I
see
really
Marceau
believe
with
it.
his G wagon? He had one too this weekend. You see him
Who?
Who?
roll up in a G
Who?
Marceau?
Oh
That was
Lord.
Maurice. Maurice.
Oh.
Maurice's he has one.
Oh
He
yeah,
has
they
a G
they've
Oh,
been
wagon.
have one. They got an older one. I mean, it's still a
yeah.
wagon, but they've had it for. I've seen it like last year. The
On
white.
that
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
camping trip, he was driving it.
I want to
Mhm.
see that episode with him and Melody. Next episode. I ain't gonna
Oh,
watch it because I'm
Marceau.
blacking out like everybody else. But I can't
I
Marceau.
want to
wait.
watch him call Tisha a jealous wife.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
said she jealous of Melody. Oh Lord.
And she is.
I
And
can't
she is.
stand her. She just like her
I
mama.
can't
Oh my
stand her.
God.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Tisha is just letting it loose now. So she letting it be known. She's from. I'm not gonna say Bessemer because there's a couple people in the chat that's from Bessemer, but she's Wanda's child. Let me put it like that.
oh
Mhm,
Lord.
She's
Well,
mhm.
Wanda's
yeah, that's the
child.
most authority I ever heard her speak to Marcel.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
girl, you showing your slip, girl. This is
And
Hmm.
he
like the
act like she
you
didn't
got
say
with
no
Mel.
word. He act just like she didn't say nothing, looking at her like she was
He
stupid.
could
Like
care
what?
less.
And the way he look at Mel is very creepy because he got a
Oh.
thing for Melody.
Hmm.
Because he looking at her when at this next episode, the way he's looking at her, oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it ever register in Martell brain that maybe he do have a thing for Mel,
Yeah.
Martell really gonna lose his mind. He
Oh
gonna blank out for
oh
real.
He gonna lose his mind when she gets another man.
Hmm. And he
He's
Oh,
gonna
inviting
that
them.
part
really.
too.
Yeah,
I
he
think
yeah.
invited.
she got one already.
I do
You
too.
know what? I was gonna ask you guys about that because when I was in Jamaica and I was able to check YouTube and all of that, I saw where Mel had made a post saying that she manifested that thing.
Mm,
Now,
Mhm.
go ahead, girl.
manifested is not I'm manifesting
Mm.
it. She said manifested it.
And there's some men that
So I
look
think she
good.
got a man.
Hmm.
I think she got a
If she
man.
don't, I hope she hurry up and get one because I ain't really tired of Martell. And did y'all see when she said, we both gonna start dating seriously? We be
Ooh.
that. Martell couldn't even look at her. He was looking off into the water or
Yeah.
somewhere like, "Are you serious, Mel? Are you serious right now?" He was
Ooh.
mad.
But he
I
been,
I
love
think that was her putting it out
every
there.
shot,
I
yeah.
was just
every
about to
shot
say
that
that.
Mel gave him last night, the other night. I enjoyed it. Get him, get in his ass, Mel. Get him.
And
That's
Mel
what
is
I was
human.
saying.
That's 3 years. What woman gonna go without sex that long period of time?
Come on now. I'm telling
I
you.
don't think
Yeah,
so.
but because also he
When
has
she
been
get that
dating,
itch,
so what's good for the good? I mean, he has nothing to do with this woman anymore. I
right,
don't know
right,
how he can't get that
right,
through his thick skull that
right.
Melody don't owe him nothing.
And when she get
Yeah.
that
Right.
itch, and
Absolutely nothing. And
right,
then I see also people putting in the chat that Martell embarrassed Mel. Yeah,
oh,
he did, but
please,
he embarrassed himself
he
as
embarrassed
well.
himself.
And another quote people are saying in the chat also is that the side chick made Martell feel like a king. I don't think
Oh,
Martell felt like no king. He made this is just my opinion. The man didn't want to do nothing but go over there and do what he wanted to do and
Just
then go home.
and it's
He wanted
funny
to
because
use
it's
this woman. He wasn't thinking about feeling like no king because he know he is the lowest of the low. He know he
right.
will never sit on anybody's throne.
She
He
was
is
a
not no king. He's a
and that's
peasant.
why
That's
he's
why he
stupid.
called her a peasant.
You
yeah,
making
she
him
was
feel like a
But
king, and he on the show talking about you a peasant. That's
right.
crazy.
right. But
Right.
do
Make
y'all
that
know? Have y'all noticed that he said somebody asked him about Arion or whatever? He said excuse me. He said, "Oh, we cool." No, he said we tight. We gonna always be tight. Why do you think in your he don't have a right mind? I'm sorry, he don't have one of them. But why?
Can I
Why
say
do you
something?
think? Why do you think that Mel will even think twice about getting back with you when you saying stuff like that? What?
Look at all
yeah.
the
He
women he
just
been
want
with.
Mel so he can have that money,
Exactly.
so he can do what he used to do. And
Mhm.
since he cannot do what he used to do, it's making him really, really angry.
And
That's
what woman
Martell's
want to touch
problem.
him? He been with what 20, 30,
He's so
40, 50 women.
nasty. He
Yeah.
nasty,
He's
man. He couldn't
nasty.
touch
He put
me.
his
May I
face
say
in women's.
He's
Oh
gross.
Lord, Lord,
He
he
is
gross.
gross.
He
Go
gross.
ahead. Who was that? Elaine?
No,
No,
it's
it's
Tasha.
not me.
Oh, go ahead, Tasha.
Remember when Martell was saying that he didn't want no men babysitting his kids?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
do believe, he was referring to
Her
male's
brother.
brother sexuality,
Yeah, he homophobic.
but I also believe that wasn't the only reason. I
Oh,
also
no.
believe he was
Man.
specifying men because he don't want no when male get a man, so
Yep.
he called himself trying to block a man from male's life.
Proactively.
Absolutely.
So true.
Absolutely. But at the same time, a narcissistic people, they don't care what your sexuality is. If they can get that energy from you, that's what they're gonna do. They don't care. That's why Martell out here sleeping with any and everybody. Anything. That's what
Mm,
they do.
And he better be careful because then the next man Mel get with, he gonna go toe to toe with him. Like you ain't coming nowhere near her. She don't have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with you no more.
mm-hmm.
Go about your business. And this man might have muscles on top of muscles. He might be way bigger than Martell. So he
I
better
was
be very
listening
careful.
to another blogger last night, I think, and when Tay Talk was they talk about Mel gonna get her man like Melvin off a baby boy.
Exactly. She gonna get her a big. She gonna get her a
Woo!
big papa. She gonna get her a big papa, baby.
I said,
See, y'all
I
gonna
said
make
when Tay Talk, she be cutting up up there, boy. I said, oh my God.
that
Did
man gonna
y'all
have Martell calling for his mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, help.
Look,
did y'all hear what
she
he one thing
deserved
he
it.
keeps
She
saying?
deserved
He keeps saying, "You're not who I want you to be." He said
Mm-hmm.
that on
it.
that thing,
Yeah.
and then he said it when she threw that glass at him. You
Mm-hmm.
Well,
just
that's
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do what I
I mean,
want you to be. You're not who I want you to be.
well, he
Well, she
wasn't doing
won't. She
anything but
repeats
lying.
that.
That's all he ever do is lie. And Melody knew that he was lying, and he was just making up excuses because that's all he
Oh
want to
yeah.
do is put the blame on somebody else. Mel knew he was cheating. He knew he was cheating. He's a cheater and a liar, and he want to make now he's gaslighting her to make her think that she was doing something wrong. She wasn't satisfying you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good. Then I'm gonna divorce your butt and don't come back around me no more. And now
Mm-hmm.
now all of a sudden he want to talk about she the 80%. Come on, make up
Exactly.
your mind.
And
Mm-hmm.
when a woman stop having sex with you, there's something
It's
wrong. A
over.
woman,
Yes.
when she completely stops giving you sex, something's going on.
It's
Something's going
Yeah.
over.
on. It could
Whenever
be that he wasn't satisfying her, if anything.
absolutely. When Mel was on that porch and she threw that glass, Miss Nell was saying, "Oh Lord, oh Lord." Miss Nell knew Mel was getting ready to get with Martell. She was like, "Oh
Yeah. Yeah. Neil had
She
had
and then she
enough
had to
because
apologize.
by that time Martell had said she wasn't satisfying him. I don't know how many times up until that point. And
uh-huh,
she was fed up. I wish that glass would have landed right in his
I
head.
do
and,
too."
and she
But
said,
that
"You
was
ain't
the
And
that."
did y'all
campaign.
see him? He was like to my shut up, stop lying. Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
And she
Get
ain't
him,
that.
Mel.
And she said he ain't satisfy him. She said, "How many times I like you talking dirty to me, and you don't do that." You know,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
she liked him to talk dirty. He didn't do it, but he
Yeah.
want her
When
to satisfy him though.
Mm-hmm.
when she said that, I said, "Wait a minute. You couldn't talk dirty to your wife
Yeah.
only
Mm-hmm.
for your
Earth.
Mm-hmm.
mistress to come
Right.
out talking about you eat her butt?
He talking
What?"
about I don't like that. I don't like talking to her. I don't like that. Yeah, right.
Well, to me, if you can tell her no, then she can tell you no.
Thank you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
They make the mistake of thinking it's all about satisfying them.
Right.
Yep.
You guys said when a woman shuts down,
Huh.
it may not even just be due to them not satisfying you.
Right.
It's
And the
definitely
fact
because of
she
something.
told she told him go find a girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
A woman, your wife tell you go find a girlfriend. Then it's
No,
obvious you're not doing something for her that's right and good
Mm-hmm.
either. Okay.
that's right.
So
That's
That's telling you that I'm done.
yeah.
I don't care. I don't want you. I'm done. But did anybody see Coach Slow live yesterday? She gets on my nerves. She gets up there. She always about her hair. Her
Oh
and that little
God.
girl was going at it. Paris
Oh
don't talk to me like that. But she
Lord
looks so
Jesus.
sad. She really looks sad. She's aging real bad. She looking,
Miss Agent, isn't she?
she look horrible. And I said.
Playing Uno like she a little kid. Oh please.
Martell do not want her. He
Nope.
resents her. He don't want that little boy. Martell do not. I'm telling y'all, he
Hmm.
don't want them.
Yeah.
He made her get an abortion the first time. That's to tell you what. I wouldn't have went and had a second one.
Yeah.
That
No,
baby is
she
a
done had
constant
about two or
reminder of
three.
what he lost.
Say
Yeah,
say
Yeah.
say
yeah.
the A word for me, guys. Say the
Oh,
A
yeah. But she
That
had
baby,
about like two or three of them for him.
hmm that
Yeah.
baby is a constant reminder of what that man lost.
Yep, sure is.
And you know what? I'm not saying that he doesn't love the little boy. I'm sure he does, but that also
Uh-uh.
fits into Martell's image that he wants to portray. Oh, I
Yeah.
love all my kids and all of that. I know he loved that's his son, but he resents her, and he probably resents the baby too.
He gonna
Just
always come.
my
He gonna always
Well, you
come
know what,
last. He
Chica?
gonna
I
always.
have to disagree with you because there are men all over this world that have outside kids. They could care less. They don't care nothing about them. He
Mhm.
might be doing this for the TV show, but in all reality, Coach Law have said he don't pick that little boy
Yeah,
up like he do the rest of them. He
right.
don't care for that child.
Uh,
I can't
no,
believe
but
that.
that's what I said, Gloria. When he does say anything about the little boy, he's doing it for the image, for the show, and all of that.
Oh, okay,
And to
okay.
appease the
That's his
baby mama.
And
right. That's his
Ariana need to shut
claim to
up.
fame. He's a good dad. He's a good dad. You're supposed to be a good dad.
Yeah, he
My
doing
dad
all
was
the
Mm-hmm.
stuff he's supposed to do.
excellent, excellent, excellent dad. We didn't
Yeah,
have to say every day. You're supposed to do that.
and she
A
can't
good mom
complain
is
because she
supposed
can't
to be a good
complain. Stay
mom.
away from married men. You can't complain that he don't come see the baby. Well, nobody told you to sleep with this woman's husband. So,
Exactly.
so that's what you get. That's what she
Oh yeah.
get.
And you
Well,
know
I
she
like
be
that.
He
That's
say
watching.
the
that all the time because his dad wasn't in his life. Oh, I'm a good dad. I'm a good father. Do you think that's his way of getting through or something? I don't understand, but he constantly has to tell himself that I'm a good dad. I'm
Yeah,
a good dad.
yeah, lining his kids up
Mm.
like they're in the military and probing them for information about what Melody's doing. To me, is not a good dad.
No.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
he
I
said, I don't need peach cobbler, I got a belt, I said, so if they don't tell you the
Oh my
information that
goodness.
you want, you beat them?
Mm-hmm.
well, he has to. The judge told him something. He told you are not to question them kids anymore, and you're not to put one hand on them kids. You're not to spank them. That's what I heard. The judge told him in court, don't touch them kids. You cannot spank them.
Well,
That's what
that's
I
good.
heard. Allegedly.
Well, that's good. If it did happen, that's great.
And I
Yeah.
think he
What do you
can't
guys think
record
about
them.
that? Especially with Mama Holt saying just on the show for those that watched it that if they didn't do what she said, she whooped them. She just said that. Do you guys
That's
think
what she
he
said about
picked it up
Martell and his
from?
brother.
That's where he picked it up from,
That's where he
huh?
picked it up from his mama. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, she acted like she was so disciplined. But look at Martell and his brothers in prison. So really, what did you really do to discipline these two men? Really,
Exactly. Preach.
really, come on,
Mm-hmm.
stop that.
I didn't like that when they talked about him telling her that he was being bullied at 7 and 8, and she said
Mm-hmm.
that's
Uh-huh.
whining. What?
Mm-hmm. That's
Not
what she
whining.
said.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
well.
not
bullying
She
right.
him.
had a few drinks when she
Yeah, I
said that.
know.
Well,
So
I
we
know.
know
She
that.
always have a few
she had that
drinks.
little
He was
drink
drunk.
going
Anybody
He
with
was
a
on.
probably
drink.
drunk.
It it was Mel's face for me when she came out and said, "Well, I'm having my sips." Mel's lips kind of curled up, like, "Bitch, you always drink."
He always drink. Always. He a drunk. Period.
And I'm sipping. I'm sipping.
Mel
I
looked
was
at her
like,
like, "You always sip."
Soon as she walked into the yacht, the first place.
yes.
As soon as she walked into the yacht, the first place she hit was the bar. That's the first place she hit.
Yeah, Marlene says it's on.
Marlene was so happy to be at the house when her Martell drove up. She said, "Yes, yes, we here now. We here. Hey, how
This
y'all
is
doing?
nice.
Right. She said, you haven't seen this, son. Son, we
She
haven't
said, "These
seen
the
this in
best
two,
days
three
of my
years.
life."
That's what she said. She said, "This is the best time. Y'all my family. Y'all my family, Martell." She said, "This is the best. This is the best I ever had, Martell. If I could, I'd freeze it in time." Oh yes, son. Yes. I was like, "What?"
even even when Tank gave her the tour, she was like, "Yeah, I know this your mommy room." He said, "I know."
I tell y'all one thing. I don't know if y'all noticed, but whenever Mel showed Martell her room, and he was to my nice white room, want Martell in the room, well, all whatever he was saying. Did y'all notice that little boy standing down the hallway in that other doorway looking?
I didn't notice that.
You better go back
You
and
didn't see
listen.
Again,
Sugar
Hey,
Mama walking
Sugar,
towards
Yeah.
the door?
Sugar Mama was standing beside Martell, but Tank was in another doorway looking down at that room. That little boy is so protective of his mama.
Mm-hmm.
Martell could never, even at his age, and Tank is the age he could never be the man that that little boy is going to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yeah. That's
Mm-hmm.
Mel's
He
protector.
loves, he
Mm-hmm.
loves his mama and his sisters now.
Mhm.
That little boy. Oh,
but let me say this also. Did y'all? I'm not sure if you all heard Coleslaw's IG live yesterday or whatever day it was, but she also made a comment about if a you know the child is acting out or whatever. Not her exact word, but she don't believe in just hitting kids.
She said gentle parent.
She said that. So
Mhm.
Martell, he might, be spanking
Thank
them
you.
kids. He has been warned that I'm pretty sure he's been warned,
He was warned
especially
by the
with that
judge not to touch
by the
children.
judge,
Mhm.
because you can't do that, especially leaving marks. And he said himself that the baby hit his head on the. I mean,
Yeah.
his
Same.
oldest
Tank.
son hit his
Tank.
head,
Yeah,
and
Tank.
yeah,
mhm.
I
so
believe that that little boy ran home and told Mel the truth.
The
Of course.
truth.
And I
Absolutely.
believe
Of
that that's
course.
the reason why Martell and Mama Hope are now catering to Tank's feelings.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because
Good
Tank
point.
ran home and told his mommy the truth, and mommy took action.
Yeah.
and
Good.
that's why Mel was asking as one of the bloggers call her Miss Maybelline. Miss Maybelline, how in the world was she was she disciplining and listening to her children as they were growing up? Because she wants to know. She basically want to tell them, don't do this to my children because they're around y'all. But she can't do anything about it when he have them, other than
Right.
try to give him the information. That's why she asked him about parenting classes, because his parenting method is off. Is just not the way what she's used to, and they need to try to get together on the parenting style, because Martell is probably more aggressive, the old school, like Miss Maybelline had him growing up, and that's why she
Yeah.
felt the need to talk to them about their parenting skills and style, and to get into Miss Maybelline's head of how, to try to pick her brain of how she did
Mhm.
raise those kids.
And
So
he
That's
Mhm.
actually
that's a
he
good point, Hannah, because Mill has been catching flack from that as well today. A lot of people are saying that those are questions that she should have asked before she married Martell. I mean, it's all over Twitter and Instagram, and so a lot of people didn't like her asking Miss Marlene that. But the way you just put it, and I definitely didn't see anything wrong. It was a conversation. They was talking about it. But the way you put that, she may have just been asking to sort of give a hint as far
I
as her own.
But you know
the
what,
way
Chit Chat, from when they say she should have, they married young. And the
they
word narcissist just really came out when COVID came out. I didn't know what I was dealing with. We didn't
Mhm,
know. We just thought that maybe a person was having a bad day,
mm,
or something like that. We didn't get in deep into it like we are getting into it now. So of course she had no idea what she was dealing with. So how can you fix your mouth and say, "Oh, she should have did, she should have"? No, she shouldn't. She didn't know.
No, we're talking
and
about parenting skills. We're not talking about any
thank you.
behavioral
um
disorder or any access
right.
to disorder. We're not talking about that at all. We're talking about how Miss Maybelline raised those kids
Mhm,
and she's told it on this show how she raised those kids, basically.
mhm,
And
In
Mel needed to
prison.
get a clear idea of how did she, because she's going to be raising her kids too, because she know Martell be taking those kids over there, whether he lied. Miss Maybelline know that she keep them kids more than twice a month. Every time
well
right.
Martell
Mhm.
tell
when
her to come over there to keep them kids, he keep them.
I
well
love
in
that
that
feeling.
digital exclusive, they were telling on themselves.
They were.
Mhm.
Because
Exactly.
That was very
Exactly.
obvious.
remember, he gets them 7 days on, 7 days off. So
Mhm,
you literally have them 2 weeks out of the month. So when she said, "Well, I only keep them 2 times out of the month," so you keep them during the week that he has them, which
right.
is the 2 times out of the month.
Mhm.
And he's so cheap. He don't take the
And
kids on vacation. He don't take the kids
no,
to the
Take
park.
them
He don't do
kids
nothing.
anywhere.
But did
This was
y'all
in
hear? She
nowhere.
also said she tell him all the time that she gets tired, but she cut it off. She was finna say she gets tired of keeping them children.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I said. They were telling on themselves
Mhm.
during that digital exclusive. And the only thing I want to say about Marlene, if she can sit up here and on national television calling that woman lazy, Mel can ask her any question she wants to.
How
And
you
you
feel
better
about
believe those kids have been telling Melody that they've been over to Miss
Yeah.
Maybelline's house. Mel know this, so her and Martell can lie all they want to.
Yeah,
Martell know he
they
take
were
them kids
playing.
over.
They were definitely playing up for the cameras
They
because
were.
after she caught herself, and then she said, "Well, yeah, you do always have them kids, baby. You
Oh
always have
Lord.
them kids." You
And then
know,
Lord
I was like,
Jesus.
well, if he's always home with the kids, when does he work?
he
Or
does.
is the television show his source of
That's
income?
all he got.
That's
Right.
all he got. And his
Mhm.
looks, from what he think
'Cause
anyway.
we haven't heard anything else about that incest swine. I mean,
He
I
said
know
Yeah.
incest. He said incest.
we haven't heard anything
I
else about
guess.
He don't even promote it anymore.
Dead
nothing.
with that. Ain't nobody buying that
Nothing.
nasty stuff, please. You
Mm-mm.
can go in the
Never
supermarket
But
and buy it.
he found out that there were some states that he could not mail it to. He couldn't ship it to, rather.
Him and Sheree fumbled the ball, especially her. She
Yeah.
fumbled the ball, boy. But that she
Mm-hmm.
by who knows, you know.
That's
Yeah.
why he really needs to stay in Mel's
Not
good grace,
Mad
because she
Dog
could teach him how
2020.
to do
She said,
business.
"Mad Dog 22."
Oh
And,
Jesus.
and Melody know that woman be sitting up there drinking all day too. That's
Mhm.
why.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm pretty sure because you see nobody had a drink or sipping
But
up
her.
in there but her.
But her.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
Did
And,
her.
y'all
and
want
Be
he
to pay
probably,
the
uncomfortable with my
attention that
kids over
Martell was
there.
giving Sugar Mama? He was giving Sugar Mama a lot of attention.
oh yeah, because he knows that the public thinks he treats her differently. Because
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
anytime
Mm-hmm.
that boy is around, she doesn't get
Mhm.
the attention she needs from him. So then he
Mhm.
tries to compensate for it, especially when Mel is around.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was like, oh, he picking Sugar Mama up a lot this
Mhm.
trip.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I said,
Mhm.
oh, the boy isn't there.
yeah, because I didn't like the way he played Sugar Mama when he had that. What was that, Father's Day or whatever?
Yeah, it was
Fourth
Yeah.
of July.
Yeah,
something
Fourth of
that they
special.
was
July.
Yeah.
standing there.
Yeah,
Sugar Mama was ready to eat and all of that, and he was ignoring her. I didn't like
he.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mhm.
didn't like that either because it was like she had to cry bloody murder for him
that.
to finally go pick her up.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
she was crying. Clearly, there's something wrong. And
Mhm.
if you're overwhelmed with all five kids, then maybe don't get the boy when you get the other four.
Or maybe get a vasectomy. So he
Maybe.
Yeah,
ain't
I
got
don't
to
want
Well,
to
you
talk
know he
about.
ain't gonna do
That
that because he
part.
I
want
don't
more
like
kids.
he
talking
need to. If he
about
don't,
the
he need
kids.
to.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you right now.
Mm.
Every time that her or Martell get on camera with that little boy, he's gonna be crying and acting up. So
Mhm.
they gotta try to hold him because he gonna be acting up, and they don't
Mhm.
want people talking about it. But he is. She blaming it terrible too. He
Oh,
was acting like that at one. It's
He
every
was
time since she
beating
been
her
on.
over her head at one.
Yes,
he was
but
beating her
I
behind.
think they
Oh
kind of
God.
getting him under control a little bit,
But
but they
Mm-hmm.
why
He
gotta
would
potty trained.
keep him
Why
close by.
Martell? Why Martell don't never say nothing about her? He drags Mel.
Because he
He
Yep.
don't
control her.
That's why.
never.
Because he
That's
Is it
why
control
I
her.
because
said
she
what I
don't want
said.
nobody to know that he's affiliated with her
No, he's
anymore,
control
or
because he can
what is it?
control her. He can control her. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
He
that's
got
That's
her
why
right.
under
I said what I
control.
said. Mel's jabs were nothing compared to what that girl has said about him on social media. So if you can
Right.
ignore baby mama, you could have ignored Mel without complaining in the confessionals and oh, she taking jabs. She told you the truth half the time and you didn't like it.
Ariana
It
been
Mm-hmm.
all
saying since
boils
she.
down to this man is so embarrassed by that woman.
That's
He
what it
is
Mm-hmm.
is.
embarrassed by her to the max. She has embarrassed him because because of her and his behavior, they're both of their behavior, he
Mm-hmm.
lost out on a whole lot. And he don't even, when you're embarrassed by something,
You
you
don't.
ignore it. You don't want to even
Yep.
confront it.
And
You put it on
Ariana,
the
she's
back burner.
narcissistic.
But
He is
that was
embarrassed.
his choice.
Yeah.
Ariana,
Mm-hmm.
she's
It was,
She
but he
narcissistic.
was
didn't
his
realize it was
choice.
gonna. Yeah, he didn't know it was gonna turn out like this. He thought it was gonna continue the way it had been continuing for
Right.
the past 5 or 6 years. But he messed up. He
Playtime.
miscalculated.
Mm-hmm.
How
He
can he
messed up
fix his
telling his
mouth?
wife that he couldn't choose and she should just accept it. And she
That's what I
said,
was getting ready to say. How could he fix his mouth to say you gonna deal with it? I would have. Oh,
I
I,
don't believe Martell told Melody that. I think he
I don't believe
lied
it either.
again.
yes, he
Melody
did.
never said he said that. Martell ain't doing
yeah,
nothing
she
lying.
did. She said
Melody
He
that's
never.
what
said
Mel
Mel,
said, that it was the things that he was saying
that.
to
Mm-hmm.
her
yes,
that
but what she said he was saying, she was saying you need to make sure you're messing with someone who don't have anything to
no,
lose.
that's what the
That's
old
not what
people
she
told
said.
him.
But
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
what
she
the
he
other
said.
lady
That's what
said.
she said he told her. But he
correct.
Right.
told her she should just accept it. And she said, absolutely not.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. I do remember Martell said that he couldn't choose, and because Mel wanted him to choose. But I do remember Melody said on several of her interviews, and even at one of the reunions, that she told everything that Martell said that the old man told her. She said he said basically you
She's
need to,
better.
huh? Okay,
She's
I
better.
may have it wrong, but okay.
No, well, no, maybe I'm thinking about a different time, but she said, oh, so you're not really trying to change. You're just
Mm-hmm. We're
trying to
trying to
find
cheat
a way to
better.
do it
Trying to
better.
cheat better, right? But he
Right.
never said to her, "You're going to have to accept it." He
Yes,
just was
she
trying
said
to the
that.
thing.
He did
He
tell
did.
her
He
He
that.
did
did say
say that.
that.
She
He
said
He
that.
did
did.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he
Yeah,
wanted her to be
because
more like Tisha. He
he
told her to get
told
over
her,
it.
she
He
asked
can't
him, "What are
choose.
you?" She asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "Filling that void. Get over it. Just accept
Mm-hmm.
it." He said that
That's what he
I'm
said.
filling that void because you're not doing what I want you to
What
do.
did
Well,
she
Mel,
say? He said it, or did he say he said it?
He
Is
She
what
said
I'm
it
said
on
saying.
that.
he said it.
No, he
She
said it
said,
when they had that bedroom scene. When they had that
They had an
bedroom scene,
Right.
episode. It was on the
and
show. He said
It
he
it.
was the
said,
earlier season. They were in
yeah,
that bedroom.
he
Mm-hmm.
said he was filling that void, and he wanted her to just shut up and let him do what he wanted to do. And she said,
And
"Well, that's a damn shame."
right, and when he
And
saw her reaction, remember he started acting like he was just joking. He tried to grab her and
yeah,
hug her
yeah,
and all of
yeah.
that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I remember
and
that.
they got the nerve to
And
ask why y'all ain't
and
why they not together? What went wrong? Ask a dumb
but
question like that.
but you did you hear
but
what
I thought,
Carlos
hold
said?
on. I thought we were saying that. Okay, we were saying that he told her that he could not choose between the two.
He did say
That's
that.
He did.
He
different
did
from.
He
say that.
said
Okay,
that. He
He
did.
okay,
did say
okay.
that.
He said
All right.
He
here.
did say that.
He said all of that. He
Yeah.
Sure
basically
did.
told, she said during the pandemic, before she left, he told her she should just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And if
This
he would
is
have,
what men do.
and if
Just
he would,
accept it.
and if he would have came back and
Mhm.
gave them COVID, her and all the kids, he
Exactly.
would have to accept that too.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank
I'm
you.
not trying to split hairs, but I just want to understand what y'all are saying. You are saying that Melody said, that Martell said that I
For
cannot choose between the two of y'all. You just gonna have to accept it.
No,
he
no,
told,
no.
if
He
I'm not
said
Absolutely.
mistaken,
that.
I know
he
she didn't
Yes,
say that.
One at a time.
he
No, he didn't say
he
that.
said
I didn't
that
hear
to
him say that. I
Dr.
never heard him say
Francis.
that.
He said
He
it to
said that
Dr.
to Dr.
Francis.
Francis,
But
that
He
that was
said it to
he
my
Dr.
that
Francis.
couldn't choose. But it was during the pandemic, I guess, when the cameras weren't rolling, when he was leaving out the house for hours at the time. He told Mel, I guess when he came home, that she should just accept it because it's what men do.
so
Well, I
my
guess
question is this. This is my question. Did Martell say that or did Melody say that?
Melody
Well,
said that's
Mar-
what Martell
Shit.
told her, and
okay.
that's what made her leave.
Golly.
You guys there?
Okay,
you
I'm
there?
here. We're
Okay.
we
here, but
here.
I try to now say that. Okay, I'm not trying to split hairs, but what I'm basically saying is that Martell is a big liar. So
He's a
I
liar.
listened to a
He's a
lot of
liar.
things, and I never heard her specifically say that he said, "I'm not going to choose. You just
I
going to
never,
have to deal
I
with
never
it."
heard him say that.
No,
I
he
never heard
never
him
He
say
said
that.
no.
that.
He
I
He
told
heard
said
him
Dr.
that
say
when
it, but
he
I
was
didn't
Francis.
hear.
on.
I heard it.
He told Dr. Francis
He
he
told
couldn't
Dr.
choose.
Francis that because he was. They were talking about oranges, right? Apples and
But this
oranges.
is after she left, though.
No,
No.
before she left, before she came to the conclusion that she was going to that baby she was carrying, she said her and Martell had conversations, and it's what he was saying in the conversations that made her leave. And some of the things he said in those conversations were, "You were." I would basically, the older men told him to get the women to sign NDAs
Mm-hmm.
and pick
I,
women who got things to
Oh,
lose.
yeah, I remember that. That's
And
true.
then another part of that conversation was, I would have, he basically told her, you should just accept it. It's what men do.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. But I'm saying Melody never told us that.
Yes, she
Martell
did.
was
That's what, no,
she
she
did say
told us
that.
that.
okay. All right.
She,
Maybe I'm
She
confused. I'll
did.
go back and look at it.
yeah,
She
if
said
I
that.
want to, if look, go back to the reunion. She told us that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, she made the
Yeah.
choice. She made the choice for him. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm
Okay.
telling you, go back to that the last reunion. She said it during there. He told her to basically accept it.
And my point is this, and I'm sorry, ladies, I don't mean to cut you off. First,
that's
let me
okay.
say to the 500 watching, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please make sure to like the video. But whether it was said or not, his
Mm-hmm.
actions said
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Action says it all.
His
Yeah.
Mhm.
actions said all of that. So whether he said you got to accept it or you didn't have to accept it, whatever the case may be, he wouldn't stop cheating. That's telling her deal with it. She gave him
Mhm.
5 years, and this was a long-term relationship with just this one girl plus others. His actions said accepted,
Yep.
and she
And
didn't.
now, and
No,
now he don't
and I
claim
do
her.
remember her saying at the time that she left, she said, I did not know anyone was
Right.
pregnant. I
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
did not know of any cheating. It was
Mm-hmm.
just that the things that he was saying
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
no.
made her
she said
leave.
that.
She
Yep.
She
didn't
said
say
that.
she
And
didn't know of
mhm,
cheating. She
mhm,
didn't say she didn't know of cheating, but
mhm.
she said she didn't know the girl was
She didn't
pregnant.
know. Yeah, that's
Right.
what she
But
Well,
said.
I mean,
I'm saying
when
at
you're
that
talking about
time,
cheating,
yeah.
show guarded.
I
Mhm.
think
And
she
Oh, you mean
suspected.
at that
She
time?
suspected it, yeah.
here it is, 8 years
Yeah,
later,
well, he
still
was
don't
climbing
claim
up
her.
the stairs right, climbing up the stairs with back injuries, saying he going to the gym. It's a pandemic going
Hmm.
on.
Hmm.
Everything at that time was shut down. So
Hmm.
she knew, you know what I mean? She knew. She really didn't need him to tell her again. But you know what I
And
mean?
now,
And he had two phones. He had two
and
phones.
now
Right.
he
Well,
don't.
the
And
only
now,
reason I'm saying that is because at the time after she had the baby,
Mhm.
and they had remember when the new season came back on and they were taking the pictures, and she said, "You know what? I didn't even think I would ever go back to Martell, but they tried it again." So
Yeah.
when they tried it again at that time, I'm assuming she thought that all that he was
Well,
lying the whole time. But I'm just saying, in the place that she probably was, she didn't think that now that we're on a national TV show, now that we are trying to get it back together, you know that you know the consequences, and he still cheated. Even her mom said, I just don't know how in the world you think you could be on a national TV and cheat like that, and
He didn't.
nobody's gonna find out. They
and
were
now,
just
He
foul.
didn't
They
care.
did not realize that this man would go and stoop that low. That it just was beyond comprehension for
and
them to know that this man still did that.
here it is, eight
He's
years later.
he's who he is.
8 years, eight
But do
years
y'all
later, he
think that?
still ain't claiming her. He still ain't marrying her.
But do
Martella's a
y'all
big
think
liar. He's a liar, bro. I'm telling you straight up. He a liar. He used that girl. He used Ariana. He wasn't
yeah,
married
he did.
to her.
But
Please.
do you think if she wouldn't have never went to Tasha K's show, we would have really known about her?
No,
We could have. Right. My point.
no.
There you have it.
You got to remember, Funky Dineva was very. He
Ooh, he
really
loved the
wanted to know
Twitter.
who she was,
yeah, he
but I
put on
think
a
she.
PSA for her
Yeah.
information.
I mean, the
Mhm.
first time I saw her on the Tasha K show and dressed in all black.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I saw Ariana, and I heard her talking about Martell. I said, "What?" And she went on there
Mm-hmm.
to say that she. I said,
Fucking
"Lord Jesus."
Dineva said
the
she was roll hard and put away with.
I said, "These side
the
chicks are getting
the
bold. Now
first
they coming out."
time I the first
Woo,
time I
child.
saw her was that elevator picture, and I said, "And this is what you cheated on your wife
My
with."
goodness.
And
I
then
Man,
she
missed
got
the
the nerve to
elevator
say she's
picture.
always been that, and I was like, "You haven't. You used to walk around with a sloppy ponytail in your hair, girl. Stop."
and my daughter don't even watch the show. And she was like, he cheated on her. He cheated on Melody, that pretty girl, that beautiful lady. He cheated on her.
With
My
a
But he
she
didn't
don't
bum.
never
watch. She don't even
think
watch the show.
he did not think that Coleslaw was going to do what she did. As far as the only reason she did it was because Martell had went back to his wife and he was trying to
Uh-huh.
get it. She got mad because at the
Yeah.
time when she was talking to Tasha K, the first time when they were when she was being recorded and she didn't know it, they had broke up, and that's why she was on Martell, calling him all kinds of names and just talking real bad about Martell. He had left her butt, and that's why she came out. And that's what she
Okay.
was continuing to do every time they tried to get the family back together. And Melody did the right thing by dropping that zero. She
Yep.
should have did a long time ago, but I don't hold that against her because she did try. But now he could never. I don't think she would ever take that
She,
clown back.
she's lucky though, because a lot of wives you could not call them and tell them to put their husband on something.
Absolutely.
Oh Lord.
Absolutely. But you know, when she was on Tasha K, she asked her something about babies or whatever. She said she was on the marina for 5 years or whatever. So I'm trying to figure out, how would you steady getting pregnant?
Oh, please. She wanted to get pregnant.
Probably
She
wasn't
wanted to
on
get
it.
pregnant.
Yeah, she purposely did that. I mean, she
She
couldn't have
did.
done it without him. Don't get me wrong, but that
Right,
was
but
on
she did.
purpose. That was on purpose, and she wanted this outcome. She wanted Mel because remember at that time she was saying how stupid Mel was for staying with
Mm-hmm.
him. I called her and told her what he doing and this and that. So that was her goal, and
Yeah,
it
well,
worked.
Martell need to stay with her. She just
yeah,
so stupid.
she
She's
see the
stupid.
goal.
Martell need
She
to
got
stay with her.
Look,
she take her kids to the city pool. Melody taking trips to Florida.
but
Right.
So
and
okay.
that's my thing about her when she accused Sugar Mama of making her son sick. I said
Mhm.
I don't recall Sugar Mama being sick, and then
No.
it came
Mm-mm.
out that her
Sugar Mama
son
was
had
not
the V what is it, the VSR. I
that
said I don't recall Sugar
that
RSV.
Mama
baby
being
was not sick. Mama was not
no,
sick. Not one cough, not one sniffle, nothing. She's lying.
and I know
Mm-hmm.
that. But I'm sitting here like you taking your child to a community pool, and they say he harassed the kids that's there. It could have came from the community pool.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pee in the pool and everything. Whoa, child.
But y'all know what? As bad as she hate Mel and resent Mel, and sometimes
Listen,
I'll put myself in Mel's shoes or whatever. It's hard to even know that my kids had to or have been around her. That would make rage come up in me.
She
Yeah.
admired Mel. She
Yeah.
admired Mel because she trying to be too much like her. She admired
look,
that woman. She
And
she
That's
then
did.
she
didn't.
one of the
talked about
reasons.
Did you
she
saying
talked
that?
about the kids too.
Who just said that
She said
about?
ugly stuff.
Who
She
just
said
said
ugly
that
stuff
about the
about the
kids
kids.
being around coleslaw? Was that you, Elaine?
No, ma'am, it wasn't me.
It wasn't.
Gloria.
Well, Mel said he had them around her. She said that on
Yeah.
the show.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because see, that's what I was gonna ask. Because you guys know I'm like a researcher, and I've been trying to find either coleslaw saying it, Martell, Mel. I haven't
Oh,
seen it, but see,
QT,
that would have never happened with me
I
ever.
can
Yeah,
tell
Right.
you the
Mel said that.
episode. It's season 2, episode 11, when they were
Mm-hmm.
arguing at the end in the house. She said, "You had my kids around that bee," and
Mm-hmm.
he
Mm-hmm.
stood there stunned that she
Mm-hmm.
knew, and then she
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
told him to get out.
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go back and
Mm-hmm.
watch it. Thank you.
You welcome. That's my episode.
She got her. She doing her homework. She know.
That's one
I
thing
mean,
I
that
can
would be
tell you
a
an
hard pill.
episode.
That would be a hard pill for me to swallow. And then she have said ugly things about his kids, and he still don't do nothing. He still don't say nothing to
he
her.
But I don't think that this is just my opinion that she's allowed to be around those kids now
Not
Nope.
now.
Not
because of
Mm,
all
now.
not
of that
now.
stuff, because of all of the foolishness that she's done on
Mm-hmm.
social media, all that foul stuff that's been coming out of her mouth. And that is
Mm-hmm.
the reason Mel is giving Martell a run for his money when it comes,
Mm-hmm.
because he
As
never put her
he
in
should.
check, and if he put those kids around that foul mouth woman with
Yeah.
all that cursing and stuff, and then her son acting the way he do, no, you
But
can't
I
have
could
my
be.
kids around that mess,
But I
or
could
else
be wrong.
we surely going to court now.
I
it
could be
was a
Mm-hmm.
wrong. Did
there
that
was a
accident with Tank happen at Ariana's house?
They said it was at Martell mom house that
Oh, okay.
Ariane and Martell had got into a fight or something about that little boy being sick or something. And
Okay.
Tank tried to break it up, and that's how he hurt his head or something.
Yeah, that's what I heard
I'm
too.
telling so
That's
many
all
different
alleged.
stories about that.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's
well,
Yeah.
what.
that explains why he's been telling all different types of stories about what happened to that boy. Because first it went from we were wrestling, which we know
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't like to do, as he made clear season 1. He don't wrestle. And then he said in that live, "Oh, I had to get on him." So were you wrestling or were you disciplining him? I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to figure it out.
That's when
Right.
the
But do
judge.
y'all
That's when the
know
judge.
Martell said he don't look at the show because if he looked at the show, you gonna tell me you gonna sit there and watch Maurice and Marceau laugh at you
Yeah, he
and
need to
you
look at it.
still want to be their friends? What they
Right.
do this at?
And Black Titanic, I love her. Said that that Martell and Coleslaw fought a lot. She lives in
Mm-hmm.
Huntsville.
Mm-hmm.
He said a
Mm.
Yeah,
lot of
but she
neighbors
said
was complaining.
yesterday
That's
she
how
was
she lost
moving.
Section 8.
I
What?
yeah.
That's what I
She
heard. Allegedly.
alleged. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I do know about Section 8. If they found out he was spending the night,
Yeah.
she could have lost it that way as well.
Yeah. Because
Especially
Mm-hmm.
if that CPS story is true and they came and investigated and they found out that mommy boyfriend was spending the night and she's sitting here with Section 8.
yeah, because Black
Everybody
Titanic was
knows.
like, because Black Titanic was saying a lot of the neighbors in the area was saying how they fought all the time, all the
Yep.
time, yelling,
Mm-hmm.
screaming, fighting like cats and dogs.
If
So
I'm not mistaken, she was living in like a senior community.
she was somewhere in Huntsville because Black Titanic is from Huntsville and she know a lot of people there, and she said the neighbors was complaining about Ariana and Martell fighting all the time.
So
I
Mm.
somebody
thought
probably
that
somebody
house
could have
was
complained on
one
her.
of Martell's friend's house, and he had talked to the friend, and that's how she had got that. What was it, 5 bedroom house or something?
Mm-hmm. That's the house that they.
Yeah.
That's the house, and then they was fighting a lot, arguing and fighting a lot. Now,
So
Black
Wow.
Titanic is from Huntsville. I don't know if she would,
well,
make
yeah,
that up.
Black Titanic reported on the boy biting kids at the pool or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. She know a lot of people there in Huntsville. She know a lot of
Well,
people, a lot of the
I
neighbors.
kind of believe her after watching that live yesterday and he was sitting there biting Paris.
Hmm. I
So
believe
guys,
Black Titanic.
real quickly, Kimmy just made a post. She is ringing the bell. She had her last chemo
Oh,
Oh,
good. That's
treatment.
great.
Last chemo treatment. She says she's not finished with everything, but this part she is done with. So that's
That's
great
that,
news.
that's
That's
great
great
news.
news.
Yeah, that's great news.
yay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank
That's
God. Thank God she's
yeah.
okay. And
Wow.
stop trying to get Basement Billy on the show. Okay, so
Okay, let
enough
him
said.
get
That's
So
our
are y'all
judge.
saying that that house that
Was that
coleslaw was
our
in?
Y'all,
judge?
please let him continue to sleep.
I'm
I
sorry. Did
feel
y'all
Please.
say
like
that
I feel like
Because
that
when
the
what
you
house
Kimmy
that?
mention
said.
him, he go on a rampage. Please let him continue to sleep.
Yeah, but I
Basement
feel the
Billy.
way that Kimmy felt. She said just because she has the C, don't come for her and don't think she ain't gonna come back for you.
Mm,
Okay, so Basement Billy said she was the ringleader. She
He
needs to
said
be
it.
held
I heard him
accountable
say
for it.
that. He said
She needs
she's
to
the
be
one
held
that put the
accountable for
picture
it.
out and everything. So
And what
I'm
do y'all
sorry.
think?
Can
What do
can I
y'all
ask a
think?
question? Did
sure.
y'all say that that house that coleslaw was in was a Section 8 house?
Yeah, that's how her
Yeah.
rent was paid through Section
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. Just Section 8.
Wow,
I
that's a
thought
nice
Martell
section.
got the house. I thought
That was a
Martell got
nice
the house.
house to be a Section 8
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, they got
I
houses
don't
like
think
that
it
in
was.
Section 8.
But I'm
Yeah.
Yep.
saying, how did she lose it? Because when you own Section 8, well, we don't know, but
well,
I'm just saying Section 8, you only pay a portion of your salary.
Black
Like
Well,
30.
Titanic
there,
saying there was a lot of fighting and carrying on in that apartment, in that
yeah,
house.
No,
The neighbors
that
was
was a
complaining.
house.
with Section 8, there are stipulations to your Section 8.
Yeah.
People lose
Mm-hmm.
Section 8 all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for
Mm-hmm.
summertime, for some of the foolish things.
Yep. And if they're in there fighting and arguing, that means Motel was spending nights there and staying there.
Yep.
It's possible.
Well,
Like,
now she's in an apartment or something. She had to downsize. This is a cautionary tale. She tried what we are saying is that she did all of that messing around with this man for all of these years.
for
She thought
nothing.
he had a lot of money. She thought
Mm-hmm.
the wrong thing, and she got caught in her own web of deception and lies. Everything she did was for the wrong reason, and that's why she's getting the wrong results that she's getting now.
Lost the
It is
car,
just
lost the
ridiculous.
house,
Did,
lost the
I keep
car.
She's
did
telling
y'all
getting
catch?
y'all.
the right results. She's getting the right results that she's getting now. They're not wrong. They're the right ones that she's
No,
getting now.
no, that they were wrong for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all catch on her last live what she said? They kept telling her she looked like she was at peace. Did y'all not hear it? No, no, listen, listen,
Wow.
listen. Did y'all not hear her say, "Wow, y'all said I'm at peace and I could have been just got through fighting."
Mm.
I heard
She
Mel
said
say
Okay.
that
that.
many times. That she's at peace.
She said that when she read that, they
Oh
kept telling her she looked
God.
like she was at peace. And
Oh
to
God.
me, I believe she was admitting she just got through fighting with Martell, because that's normally when she come on live, when her and Martell ain't in the end.
She be
He
looking
probably
like
Mm-hmm.
called
she
him
be
for
looking
some
like
more
she in
money. He said he ain't got it.
she be looking like she in
And let me
pieces.
just tell you why it wasn't the right result. Because anytime that you are and you have a part in breaking up a family, there's nothing in there about that's right about that. She she did everything she did again for the wrong reasons. And this is why when you look at what's going on with her, and I heard someone say earlier today that she's looking really like she's aged, and she always used to get on there talking about they
Losing weight.
old bitches, whatever she was saying. And then she told another lady the other night, oh, y'all going to look at old. It's probably some old bitch. She always talking about age. She's always talking about hair. And this is why people don't really check for her, because it's some people on her site that be saying some stupid stuff. You cute, you show look good. I see why
Yeah.
he left his wife and all this
Yeah.
stupid foolishness. And this girl thinks, I know she can't think it, but people gaslight her with making her think that she did the right thing. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say it like that, but she still act like she don't think she did too much wrong. But she blamed this man. He was just as wrong as he was, but she don't seem like she want to acknowledge her part in where he was married. I wasn't. So what, girl?
Mm-hmm.
It
And how
doesn't
can you
matter.
trust and how
You
can you
did
trust
the wrong thing.
and how can you trust a man that would betray his wife of 14 years? If he do that
Man,
to her, you know what he gonna do to you. He gonna treat you 20 times worse.
that's true.
You can't
But
trust a
you
man
know
that would
what?
cheat on his wife.
It was all the bragging that she was doing for me. We
Uh,
all have did some things in our life that we're not proud of. But for
right.
her to go live and get on YouTube, calling Mel B's and saying this and talking about, oh, I'm that B. Girl,
Mhm.
please. We all think we that B.
You the cream of the crop. I said, no, you the cream of
What
the
make you
ops.
think you different from the rest of us?
You
All
the
that
cream of
mess
the
she was
ops.
saying was so ridiculous. And she haven't met karma, not yet.
Oh
She
no,
haven't
Not
she
met
yet.
it.
She
meeting.
has. She has.
It's
She's
coming.
meeting
It's yeah.
karma.
It's hitting her.
The way
It's
It's
hitting
Martell
her
hitting.
treat her,
because
the
this
way
the same girl who just admitted she liked Martell better when he was married.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
Mhm.
She
oh,
definitely said that. She definitely did.
wait, you
Mhm.
can't tell me you liked him when he was married to the woman you sat here and said she was slow and she was just the face of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so but now that you can't get your hair done like you used to,
Exactly.
you missed the fact that he was married.
He
Girl,
ain't spending
bye.
Mel money no more. He ain't spending Mel money no more.
I
Mm-mm.
know that's the
Period.
truth.
And
Huh?
she's the
Martell
mother
ought to
of
be saying
two
himself.
children acting like that. She has two children, and like somebody said, she gets on there arguing with her own daughter. She needs
Yeah.
it. She really needs a
And then you sit
reality
there,
check.
and then you sit there around your daughter talking about the man ate out your ass and all kind. How could you talk like that
Within
around your daughter?
earshot.
How can you talk about that?
Disgraceful. Yeah.
It's just
Her
really
and Martell.
disgraceful. Very disgraceful. Very. And
Yeah, they
Martell said,
definitely two peas in a pod. Martell and Coleslaw is so much alike, if you ask me. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
she's a
boy, if he had
narcissist
a
too.
little bit going on, he would have been married that girl.
Yeah, she a
But
Mm-hmm.
narcissist
he's
too.
an
She's a narcissist.
opportunist.
She's a narcissist too.
Yeah, she's a narcissist
Mm-hmm.
as well. And
Yeah.
they both are definitely getting what they deserve. But
Hmm.
yeah, he has nothing. She's beneath him, in his opinion. So he'll never claim that girl. She's wasted what, 8, 9 years by now?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to show.
I
Nothing.
know. And don't claim her for nothing. Won't claim
Mm-mm.
her. Don't marry her. Martell ain't marrying that woman. She's
Oh
not.
no.
She was a
But
No.
mean. She was a means to an
Marceau,
end.
yeah, Marceau said that she was with Martell for money. Did y'all hear him on
Yep.
that last
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
reunion?
she was.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She was.
Uh-huh.
I think she really thought she was gonna move up. Well, money
She
too, but
did.
she wanted the status. She also wanted to say like she wanted to end that marriage. I think
For
she
sure.
deliberately set out to do it. And
She
now all
did.
of a
She
sudden
did.
she talking about she want to move back today. You should like
Bye.
Anonymous said, she should have been gone
Bye.
somewhere
She
else.
that girl thought she was about to be Mrs. Hope.
For sure.
Did y'all hear her say she had been in their house?
Yeah, I believe that's the
Yeah.
reason why Mel didn't want to
Yeah,
go back to that house.
yeah.
She knew that girl been in
She
her
said, "Oh
house.
yeah, I've been there. I've been in the house. I've been in there. Yeah, I've been in the house."
Ooh, her friend
Boy,
said she used to stalk the house.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she said that. And even the house that Mel is in now, she's
Oh
been
yeah,
past that house.
Ooh, I would have
She's
caught him in
been
that
past
house.
Mel's
Oh
house now.
God.
Now
I
that's
saw
what
that
they said.
live.
They said allegedly that's how she totaled her car coming down the
Mm-hmm.
steep hill. You
Good.
guys know Mel live on a steep hill.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
I caught
So,
that live when she said, "Oh yeah, she live on the hill and getting up there is difficult." I said,
mhm.
"So are you riding past her house
Baby
or something?
scratch.
Ooh, Mel
Baby
is
But
scratch.
she,
Mel is
if
good,
she
So
boy.
wrecked
you
that
Woo.
car,
stalking
she
her
sure
on
would.
social media and you stalking her house?"
Mel is
Mhm.
good. If I catch you in my house, it's over.
Baby, that'll be the last time
That'd
she'll
be
be
the last.
safe.
That'd be the
She,
last time you ever do
Mel
that.
is good, but she ought to know that Mel has security too. She ought to know
Yeah,
that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
And
you
you
can
know
roll
what I
up
think
over
with her?
there. You can roll up over there if you want to. Come on over here, honey. Come on, baby. Come
Well,
on.
But
well.
you know what I
Yeah.
think with coleslaw? I think that it did start off as money. You know, young
Mm-hmm.
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody there knew he was married. They probably was telling him, "Girl, gank him for his money. Gank him for his
Yeah.
money."
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
his position that he had in Huntsville through mail, I think, is what really fueled Coleslaw's fire. And she did want Mel's spot. She
Yep.
did work
Yeah.
all those years with her mouth and every other place she can work for
Hmm.
a reason in her mind. So she
Mm-hmm.
definitely wanted the lifestyle and all of that. I think that he did start out, in her own words, as a cat daddy, but she
Mm-hmm.
fell into the trap. She fell into the manipulation. She fell into the controlling that he does and all of that. And she's getting what she deserved.
but
Well, you go
Martell
out there
has
with.
been letting her know for years that he had no reason, or he was not going to leave his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Was not going to do, but she over the years felt like he kept on coming to her. Why don't he just leave me alone? And he kept on telling Melody, she kept on harassing Melody about her own husband. This woman
Mm.
basically wanted, like you said, she wanted to take Mel's place. She wanted Martell. She wanted to prove to him what the extent that she would go
Yep.
to get him and to please him. But he
Exactly.
never had any good intentions toward this woman.
At
You know
all.
he didn't.
A
Mm-mm.
man like
But he
Martell, once he gets you locked down, he loses interest in you because now he know
Mhm.
he got you. See, so
Mm-hmm.
he don't want you no more. Once he know he got this, he did the same with Sheree. Once he knew he could get Sheree, after he got what he wanted from Sheree and he got her, he lost interest in her. I hear
Yep.
One
narcissists
thing,
lose interest quick.
a narcissist get bored real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
They
Mhm.
they got to keep
yeah,
moving. They
yeah.
can't. They're not gonna be with one person. So that's why he needed Mel and coleslaw as well.
That's why he's so obsessed with Mel because Mel is saying no, no, no. I don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. No, 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 no,
Mhm.
no. But Sheree saying yeah, yeah, yeah. Coastal saying yeah, yeah, yeah. He don't want them because
Yeah.
he know
Mm-hmm.
he got them. So
his
Yeah.
problem is, yeah, he was using everybody. People
yeah,
to him, people are
It
pawns,
was.
and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you're only valuable for what I need you for. And Coleslaw,
Mm-hmm.
she had the least of the least value to him, and he even said that she was a peasant. And he meant exactly what he said. I don't care how he tried to clean it up. And the only reason he tried to clean it up is because he know that Mel was going to leave him because of that she found out that girl was pregnant. The girl wasn't going to have an A, and now you're going to look real foolish in the eye, in the public's eye, and that is the worst thing that a narcissist. They hate that the most, to look bad. They always got to
Mm-hmm.
pray this. I'm this good person when we see something totally different from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
baby on
I
the
agree.
got that baby on there eating candy all times eating candy. Oh, look at y'all! I give him candy. Y'all got something to say. I give him this.
Mhm.
Y'all got something to say. What are you giving that baby all this candy for? His teeth gonna come in rotten.
Mm-hmm. You don't
His
never see him
adult teeth.
eating a healthy meal. You don't never see
I've
that.
never seen him
Mm.
eat a healthy meal. All I see him eat is candy and ices and candy and candy and candy. That's all I see him eat.
Let
Mm-hmm.
Martell tell it. He get all his nutrition.
Yeah. Still don't know what that boy eating. He can care less.
Did
He
y'all
can't
see
eat.
how
Have
she
y'all
said that
noticed
they
like
co-parent good?
Huh?
Y'all see how she put over there that They co-parent good. They don't have no issue with
Oh man,
co-parenting.
they
They
don't got no
co-parenting.
issues. It's because you already
You ain't got no
available
money.
for him.
Right. You ain't got,
He
but
ain't got
she's
no
just
issues with her
saying
because
that because it's the opposite of what it looks like him and Mel has. So naturally, she's gonna say, "Oh no,
let her go.
we co-parent
Let her
perfectly."
go for child support.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
gonna change that. He gonna change that.
Look,
He gonna
she
be the
I
one
needs
know
dragging
y'all
her.
know
to
that. I
realize
know y'all know that she has those friends that's telling her, boy, his ex-wife is living the life.
Yep.
She
She
got
know it.
four
She
She
saw
small
living the
Mel
baller
baby.
kids.
life. She living the baller
Man,
life.
his
right,
wife, I thought you said he had the money. His wife, he got that money?
right. Well,
What?
she see it.
All
Well,
those
first of
friends she
all,
used to have
realize
on
the
live.
thrill ended for her once she became pregnant. She
Mm-hmm.
was just a little once she decided to keep this baby. I'll put it that way. But she
Hmm
was a little dip away. I can dip and go back home same night. That's what she was the whole span of their relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
she messed
She
herself up. She
she
thought he
had
was
all
really
her
pregnant.
friends. She had all her little friends that she used to bring on her live, believing
Mm-hmm.
that it was all Martell. And I
Mm-hmm.
know they are looking like,
They laughing at
girl,
her now.
you
They
were
laughing
going
at her.
after the wrong hope.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
she
And
even
like
said
you say,
herself, she said,
he
"It's
was
no way I'm getting pregnant by a married man." I'm sure you guys
right. She
see
said
those
that.
videos.
Yep.
No way. So I don't know what changed, but
She
whatever
thought
it
she
is,
she thought she was finna get the bag. She got
oh
the diaper bag instead of the money bag. But that is exactly what she was after was money from the like you say. She thought that Martell was the
for
winner. She
sure.
thought he had all of the money. What she miscalculated was what happened is that when once Mel left him, he had absolutely nothing. He did not have the intellect or the business acumens or
Right.
anything like that to even start a business. He misspelling all kinds of words,
Mhm.
alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
California, all of this stuff. He cannot even market himself, but Mel do all the. I mean, he just blew everything up by fooling around, trying to whatever he was trying to do to his wife, it backfired on him
He lost
tremendously.
it all. He
And when
lost it
and
all.
his
Whenever,
coleslaw was in the line of fire, and they both got blew up. Oh my
yeah,
goodness!
but he like to lost his mind when Chris Fletcher told him, you messed this up.
Hmm.
Oh, that business deal, yeah.
30,
But
$35 million. He said, you messed this up. You did this. Martell, you could have sold him for a penny.
see, I believe she had that baby for two reasons. She wanted to break them up, but she
Mm-hmm.
also thought that child was going to have status being a
Mm-hmm.
hope.
Oh,
The
for sure.
problem is the person who gave the Holt name status
It's
has
broke.
now left the building and is now
Exactly.
doing everything she can to get away from the name.
From that name.
Yep.
Exactly. That is
Yeah,
so true. That's why she calls the baby Hope.
Hope.
She has
Hope.
to
Mm-hmm.
Come here, Hope.
she
Come here,
has
Hope.
to let it be known. He's a
but now
hope.
Mm-hmm.
notice, like yesterday, and you might be right. She
Call
thought
them nuts.
wrong, but she was not. She was not calling him hope because now it's an embarrassment. She embarrassed now because
Good.
even though she thought it was going to turn out well for her, because at first when Melody left him, I think him and the girl was really doing good together because she
Mm-hmm.
would get on there running her mouth, talking about old Bitches, talking about
Mhm,
Melody, talking
mhm.
about Martell doing all this. Oh, we always go out on dates, sending all, and when they were out in Miami, sending, for her 30th birthday, she thought she had it going on.
Oh, for
And
sure.
then as the years went by, where she find herself without a car, without a house. But Martell was buying all that stuff for her until his well ran dry. Now he
Yeah.
ain't got
Mm-hmm.
nothing, so he can't give her nothing. So they both
Mm-hmm.
looking at each other foolish. So now Martell gonna have to go out. But I would be cautious if I was any woman because I
Mhm.
to date Martell because he ain't gonna do nothing for anybody but use them.
But
And
Yeah.
that's
here's
all
the
I'll
all
tell
he
you
needs
what
to do.
happened.
here's the
What happened was dissolve. Dissolve. Dissolve.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But once
here's
that
the
divorce
kicker.
Disbanded.
was finalized,
Disbanded.
that's when he and Ariane both saw reality. Dissolve.
Right.
Everything
Here,
dissolved. You're not
here's
even
the
gonna live
kicker.
off of
From
my name,
Miami
my
back to
money,
Section
my
8.
brands,
Yeah.
none of that.
Here's
But
the
you know
kicker
that.
about that 30th birthday in Miami. that if I'm not mistaken, Mel said she watched the kids so he can go do that with
She
Ariana.
sure did. She
And
sure
then
did.
she said he was calling her while he
Mm-hmm.
laid next to Ariana in the bed,
Mm-hmm.
asking Mel, "What you
What you
doing?"
doing? Uh-huh.
Lord Jesus.
Sure
Jesus, Lord.
did.
But she pulled the Mel pulled that Wendy William on him. Because
Absolutely.
I think Wendy, she played that thing to the T. I'm just over
Man, I
here
was about
like
to say that too.
she played that thing, but she sit there and dissolve all those businesses. And when she, but see, she was moving strategically. Everybody was saying, why don't you marry, why don't you leave him? Because those one of those attorneys said, stay with him for one more year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the
It was the
plan
Because
equity for
you,
the house.
but the plan
yeah, and you
matched.
will have this. But he did one. They did wind up selling that. What is that? 30 acres or whatever. That that
47
property that
acres.
42.
47, 42
Mhm.
acres. I
40,
think they
whatever.
wind up
It was 47
selling them.
acres.
47.
Mhm.
Okay.
They
Yeah, I think
ended
they
up
wound up
selling.
selling that. They sold that and they split the money, and he blew his.
Evidently, he did.
He
He
blew
stole
all
her
his
share,
money.
didn't he?
No, that
No,
was from the
they
check from OWN. He
Oh,
stole.
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
sold her
Mm-hmm.
own check, but they sold that. It was when this not this season start, but before the season when Destiny and Melody had that fight.
Hmm.
That's when they sold that property, and you see why he was able to go and have that big rent out that big mansion for his wine launching and everything. He had that money for that, so they sold that
Mm-hmm.
money,
Yeah.
that land, and they wanted to do some business. Remember, Mel said, "We might want to talk to Martell." She told Chris Fletcher because you know how he'll get. And then he got mad at her and said, "What you gonna do? Sell property on it?" She said, "I just might. I
Mm-hmm.
just might."
Um,
You know, I
Yeah.
don't think I think that he can pass the test. I don't think he can stay focused enough to study.
he can't. He would have
Yeah.
He
been
can't
past
stay
it.
But the
focused. He
friend
been
said
a
he
past
gave
it.
the friend said Fred said he got the book with the answers in it,
Martell.
just like the test, and he
He's
still
But
worried
won't
about
take
what's
it.
between a woman's
but with a
legs.
learning
He
disability, when a person have a learning disability, the brain is not focused enough to
Yeah.
concentrate on stuff like that.
Yeah. Martell
So,
lazy too.
he's
He probably
lazy.
He's
just can't.
lazy.
He probably can't pass tests, and he even got a tutorer too. But I
yeah,
think
Hmm.
he did.
that, yeah, when they sold the 47 acres to that developer, that's what Chris Fletcher was telling him, that that developer wanted to uh name
Hope
the
Manor.
Hope, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
development Hope Manor. They were going to build some residential homes. They were going
Mm-hmm.
to build some businesses out there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you see the look on Martell's face when he realized,
Mm-hmm.
because he said, they ain't even sold my land lot yet. You fool.
Mm-hmm.
He still
He
think these
said,
people want to do business with you when you just when you couldn't even be faithful to your family. No one is going to do business with you when they see that you can't even control yourself. How would who gonna this? He said it's a multi-million dollar um deal that you messed it up. Take the accountability, man. Face reality. You did this. And then he
mm-hmm.
talked about he was crying in the closet. Man was only crying because he was broke. He didn't care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he cared that much about Melody and the children leaving. He cared a little bit about that, but he was more concerned about him losing that money. Now he can't
Money.
ride around in that BMW. I don't know what happened to that BMW him and Cold Stone had.
Gone,
it probably
gone,
got
Oh,
gone.
repossessed.
Oh,
Yeah,
They
down.
but
yeah,
you
said
know
all
what,
this
Chris?
stuff.
When Chris Fletcher broke that down for him, that was a reality check. And when he said home in the closet crying, he thought about what Chris said. He
Mm.
said $35 million. He said they wanted to name it Hope Manor. He said, "Did you see the big picture?" Martell didn't see it. Just like Mel would tell him all the time. When the Scots think that we're divided, that's when they come at her. But
Yeah.
That's
tonight they're
right.
gonna see united, hope front. He
Mm.
don't listen.
He
now.
doesn't.
Wouldn't it be a wouldn't
He
it be a
screwed
killer?
himself for sure. He screwed himself. Well, let me ask you
Yes.
guys, what do you think about Wendy Williams? Do you think that Wendy had the bank to play up to her plan?
Yep.
Say
Yes.
that she didn't have access
Yes.
to her money and all that?
Yep.
Yes. I think she
That's what
planned
it
the
seems like
whole
to me.
thing. I would
Yes,
have done it too. I would have had I would have had a makeup artist come and make me look this.
everything. It's
I
Crazy
can't
is
stand
wrong with
Kevin. I
her.
can't stand Kevin Hunter either. How
oh
you
no.
I
ooh,
can't
how
stand
you
him.
gonna have
Oh my
your
God.
wife taking care of your ex, taking care of your
Mhm.
mistress and your ooh, he getting
Yes.
this what he doing.
Oh
I
yes.
can't stand him. Talking
Well,
about I need him to
I
stay.
hope it was a master plan because if so, it's brilliant. It
It's
is brilliant
brilliant.
because
It's
again,
beginning to look a
like
lot like
such,
that.
she spent
It's
such
Lot
really,
like
really
It's
this.
beginning to
brilliant.
look like Wendy Williams playing this thing out. But it's still something wrong with her. But I
It
yeah,
think
is.
Yes,
she did, and
she
now that
has
it's
grave
all coming
disease,
together. And you know
but
what?
she
That
does have
coming
grave
together, babe.
disease. She has grave disease. She does
Grave
have that.
disease she do.
well, no, I'm talking about with her cognitions as well. Her cognitive, the way she talk, as
Hmm.
far as, she's just not herself anymore. That's why I think she couldn't do the show. But I think she had enough uh, tenacity and strength in her to realize that if I to put this plan together to hurt Kevin, with
Mm-hmm.
not to hurt him, but to stop that money because he did not deserve it anyway.
Oh no.
He
Mm-hmm.
don't deserve a dime. Go get a job. This man talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all see him on his Instagram jumping up on stuff and all this stuff? As far as his exercise plans, this man got so much strength, and then he gonna talk about his hip hurt. And he got to have
Mm-hmm.
surgery.
He
Man,
is
you need to
fine.
get that. It's crazy, but he
But you
did
know
what
they're
he.
always, y'all know there's always Obamacare.
Exactly.
What
Yes,
what
yeah,
is the
He
he.
world
can
coming
get
to when
that.
baby, what is the world coming to when a man think somebody gonna take care of his side chick and take care of him and his
Ain't that
side chick?
something?
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is
He don't see nothing.
crazy.
He does not see anything wrong with what
Oh
he did
no.
to Wendy. That
Mm-mm.
is why he's getting exactly what he's did. Him and Martell are tit for tat. Them two right
That's
there.
right.
And he has no business asking that woman for a dime when you sat there and had a relationship with this woman all these years, had a baby, put this woman in a rehab center so she wouldn't find out that you were getting ready to have the baby because it was all in a tabloid. And then you're gonna sit up here and talk about that you're a woman or your queen now has something to do with Wendy's success. Man, you need to be
What?
X out
Mm-hmm.
my
He
life.
sure did.
You don't
Oh
need
yeah. He
another
Oh
said
my
dime.
God.
all three of them are the reason why that show was so successful. But yes, prosperity. I just read the post. But yes, Kimmy rang the bell today, so that is awesome, awesome news.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, who was that? Hannah that was speaking, or Simply Beautiful?
Yeah, I was just going on about this Kevin Hunter thing. He is getting everything that he deserved because he's so arrogant. He sat there and he knew that his wife was in the condition that she was in when she fell out on that show with that costume on for Halloween. He
Mm-hmm.
knew that this woman was in the condition and he cared nothing about her, but he
He
wanted her
didn't
money.
care.
He's sitting up
He
here
didn't
buying
care.
all of these luxury items, houses and cars, and this Serena girl, she gonna
Tang,
get what
I
she
do
deserves to.
too.
She is going to
Tang
get
Sniffle.
exactly what she deserves.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't put anything in her drink to make her worse.
Probably could have. But can I ask
That's
a
what Tang
question?
just said, that she feel like that he was, you know, see it on the screen. I agree. Go ahead.
Why do y'all think Marceau and Maurice is all of these people now is like tiptoeing around Mel? They is so cautious. And have y'all noticed that Tisha is starting to show the kids a lot more? I have not heard none of them say anything about Mel, nothing bad about Mel. Now Marceau want to apologize about Mel, mom, and basically say, I mean, what's going on?
They
Mel
need
said
her.
that she
Trying to
Mel
keep
said
their
she's not
spot
gonna
on
be
this
their
show.
storyline no more.
They need her. That's
Right.
all it
And
is.
then
Yeah,
and
they
then do y'all
trying
think
to keep their spot.
at the reunion they said Mel had the receipts of Martell and Destiny.
What?
From what I
Yeah.
heard, Mel had a
That's
whole
why
lot of receipts.
he left off that stage crying. That's why he left off the stage crying, because Mel was gonna put the receipts.
Mhm. Let me tell you the reason I think they're doing it. I think that Funky Dineva gave them this plan because he told Coleslaw the same thing. There, he's trying to disarm Mel. So now Mel don't have anything. to hold against them. So they're trying to be nice to her, coming to, the beach where, and Martell was a plan on that too. They're
Mm-hmm.
trying to disarm her. They trying to make her look like she's bad. And did nobody give them that advice but Funky Donnie? Because if you listen to that message, that video that he did with Coleslaw, when
Mm-hmm.
Coleslaw was talking about she was the S word, listen to the end of his video. He gave her the exact same advice about how to disarm OWN from talking about her. He told her that. And remember when he came to visit Huntsville
Mm-hmm.
with Miss Wanda them and Tisha and Marceau, about he's been helping them out in their PR. And I think that's why they're doing it. And Carlos probably had him come on that show to, give them, come to Huntsville or whatever, to give them this advice. But Melody know it's all fake. They're doing it for a reason. They have a motive. So
Mm-hmm.
she has to definitely keep her eye on them. And I wouldn't let them get by with nothing.
Well, she told Martell that he was the ringleader of that plot. She
Yep.
knows they're plotting on her.
She
Yep.
knows
Mm-hmm.
it. She knows it.
And she told them kids, we're not getting back together. She made sure she let Tank and them know that her and Martell are not getting back together.
She had to make
That was
sure
big.
Tank knew. You never saw Mariah say anything to her because she's already had that conversation with Mariah.
Right.
So Mariah is probably like, they ain't getting back together.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Tank is the one that's filled with hope. I really do. You could just see it.
They play on it.
And I'm sorry, who is this backstage? Give me 1 minute, ladies. Let me see. Prosperity. I'm sorry. Let me let Prosperity up. I'm sorry. It had your little icon all the way down, so I didn't even see you. Okay, are you there, Prosperity?
Yes.
Hello. I'm sorry
Hello.
about that.
You good, babe?
Hey, Prosperity.
Hey, sis.
Welcome,
How y'all
welcome,
doing?
welcome.
Hello.
What you think about
Hi.
Prosperity?
I just wanted to talk about when y'all said Mel had stuff on Martell at the reunion.
Uh-huh.
She
Yes.
said that Martell and Destiny are so slow that they cooked up this plan to track Mel's calls and emails to his phone, but the dummies did it backwards and sent all of his stuff to Mel's phone.
No.
Oh
And
God.
Mel brought up on the stage about Destiny calling him in the middle of the night one night,
What?
Ooh.
and
Tell
then
you.
after his calls was routed to Mel's phone, it runs Mel's phone.
Where you
Ooh.
get that tea from?
They was talking about it. They was talking about that's why Martell left off the stage and he was crying and Carlos goes in behind him. But if you notice, while Destiny was ill, sitting over there at that bar, she told Wanda, said, "Why you didn't tell me you was recording me?" But she said,
Mhm.
Martell told Mel, "Don't do it, Mel. Don't do it."
No, they told Destiny. He told Destiny don't do it. Destiny was trying to say something about Mel, and Mel was like, "Well, say it. What is it? Say it. What you got? What you got?" And he was like, he was telling Destiny not to say whatever she was supposed to be about to say about Mel, not the other way around.
What?
I
Oh
heard
my
that the
God.
reason why he
And the
left
reason he was
off
crying was about
crying
the kids, because
about
they
the
brought up the
kids,
court case.
right? About the court case. So that's why he and Carlos both were crying.
So did
Yeah,
they sleep
because
together?
you remember
Did they
last time Carlos told Mel that when he was trying to get at Mel, told Mel that coleslaw was the whole restaurant and all that, and we didn't like that. None of us liked that. We all dug
I
around
had
it.
it
We all
before.
dug into him for it. So now he want to have his little moment, sympathetic moment with them on stage, like Carlos fine.
Did Martell and Destiny sleep together?
That word on the curb is they did.
I think they
Allegedly.
did. I don't care.
You think
You
they
think
did?
they did?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't be
Hmm.
shocked
She
because
too much got a
I
alliance.
Martell,
think
She
they
got too much
did.
alliance with him.
yeah, he think he's God's gift to every woman.
Well,
So
Mhm.
And
the
on the
Barrett
stage,
was
Mel asked him why was she calling him or something like that.
well. The
Wait,
Barrett
say
was
that again, Prosperity.
I said, and when after she said that Destiny called him in the middle of the night, she was asking him why was she calling him at that time of night. And I don't know if he answered or not, but that was the question that Mel posed.
Hmm.
But you know what? Somebody was playing
Mm.
it today. Whenever they was in Vegas, when Maurice and Marceau say, "You talk to Destiny today," Martell said every day. But when Mel
Mm-hmm.
asked Destiny about it, you know good well I don't talk to Martell every
Oh my,
day.
she a
I just,
pocket
Mm-hmm.
spot.
I was like, this girl right here. Oh my God, Destiny
Every
tell
time she
lies.
opened her mouth, I laugh out. That girl will yawn and she lying. She yawn like she's real tired, and God knows she ain't did nothing all day long to be tired about. Every time she opened her mouth, she laugh.
I
She
wonder
do.
how they gonna feel about Mel and LeBarrett being
Yep,
friends
'cause
again.
he all up in her live, honey.
Yeah, in her comments, LeBarrett.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
He might have a little thing for Melody. Huh. Yeah.
Mel said, I went by there today, but you were closed. She said, but I'll be back.
Yeah, she was like, "What's up, LB? What's up?"
And did
Mm-hmm.
y'all see she posted though that whatever
But
she
Mel
said
would
she was
never
going
go with him. Mel
that
would
she was
never.
gonna get from him? She posted it today, I
She
think, or
sure
yesterday.
did. She
She
sure
had
did.
She
right.
did what?
And I
Mel
say,
would do that
yes,
to make
Mel.
Destiny mad, but I could never see Mel being with him. Yeah, no.
Right, but what
No,
the
no,
hell
no,
did
no,
she
no, no,
posted
No,
no.
it's
it?
No, I'll
just
be playing around, but I
strategic. Why can't I get it out? Strategic.
Strategic.
don't.
Yeah, she's being strategic.
And then
Right.
they also said she said on the stage that she had owed two people an apology, and they LB they thinking LB was one of them. Remember when she
Yep.
and she said she owed
Mm-hmm.
two people an apology because she stopped being friends with them for something
Mm.
that she thought she was being a friend of somebody, but that wasn't the case. So she owed two people an apology, and everybody
So,
was thinking that one of them was
so
for him.
are you saying that Destiny had the nerve to come at Mel on stage? Are you
That's what they
serious?
say, child.
Oh my
That's what
God.
they
Why
say.
that dress was falling
And
apart?
that's why that girl, remember when Wanda
Yeah.
did that video after the one you were just talking about with
Yep.
Destiny? And the girl was
Uh-huh.
standing there kept saying, you couldn't even get your words out. They said because Mill was digging in her ass that bad that she couldn't even get what she wanted to say out because Mill was just going on at her.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's making me think. If she asks Martell, well, why is she calling you in the middle of the night?
Booty
I
call.
think she was probably trying to get Martell to admit what Mel probably found in her messages, that they
Mm-mm.
were messing around. And I think
Wow.
Martell probably caught on like she knows. Destiny, don't do it. Don't do it. Because she would have
Mm.
blew their secret out the water.
I mean, you got to ask, why would a man divorce a woman after 3 weeks?
Yep.
After he had a baby?
Mm-hmm.
Why would he do that?
Something ain't right. Mm-hmm.
It's a,
I
it's a,
said that. I asked that question. I said, did LB find out about her Martell?
Hmm.
Something he didn't
I
know because
hmm.
Mel even said she didn't know that lady. She didn't know about that lady until what? After they were married.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Remember how Daphne told me
2017.
we've been
Right.
friends
A
since we were
couple years
children. Our
before
mother and
Mel
father
died.
dated and all this. Mel said, I did not know that lady. She didn't know nothing about that daggone lady until
Hmm.
after they were married.
hmm.
I'm
And,
telling you, I
and
think that it was a lie that Destiny said that her dad and Marlene dated
Right.
because the show would have been put them two together just
Thank you.
because of that.
yep.
That hasn't happened. I don't think Destiny was there. She was from Michigan
Mm-hmm.
and they said that she had just relocated. Remember, she said that her and LeBaric had a long distance relationship for
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
5 years. So how did you go to school and you knew Martell? And I think all of that is made up. I really
I
do.
hope they
I
take her
think
off the show. I hope she
And is that
don't.
her real cousin that was on the show?
I don't think
we
so.
I don't
don't.
know.
Me, because you know she ain't had nobody in Huntsville, and now you got a whole cousin in Huntsville, but you ain't got nobody. Like, which one is it, ma'am? That girl
Mhm.
lies
Right.
so much she can't keep up with her own lies. That's the sad
Yeah.
part.
That's because that whole village talk wasn't for her village. It was
Yeah.
all about Mel's village.
Hmm.
Martell put her
I'm
up
about to
to
say
get
it was to get information for
yep,
Martell, as always. Everything she
yep.
did was with Mel was to get information for Martell, and I don't care what
That's the
nobody
reason
says.
why I said I believe Destiny was a planted friend since 2017.
Or lover.
She was there to keep tracks on Mel. So he knew things about Mel that he wasn't supposed to know.
And y'all
Mm-hmm.
remember, Boom Boom, Belinda is the one that's supposed to be sleeping with Maurice. And they say Destiny was messing. I mean, not Maurice Marceau. And
Marcel.
they said Destiny was dipping in it with him. So, hey.
Wow.
And I
What?
want to know how do Tisha feel that she had this girl at the party around you and your daggone husband, but Mel trying to ruin your marriage?
You gotta ruin my marriage.
Let me add Tasha, ladies. Tasha, is this you?
Angie.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I
Why,
saw you. I didn't see prosperity at first, but you are back. To the 498 that's watching, thank you guys so much. If you can click like, I think I have about 300 and let's see here, 33 likes. So if you guys can click likes, even if you're watching from the bushes, that will be great.
I'm sorry, I just pressed it. I'm sorry. I normally do it
Oh,
before I come in. I'm
prosperity.
sorry.
And why LeBaric and Martell ain't friends no more? Because I hear LeBaric don't talk to Martell no more.
I did too.
Oh, they don't
They don't
talk.
follow each other.
Yeah, something going on. Something
Mm-hmm.
he might have
Well,
found out
Mm.
Martell
that
never really
Martell.
followed anyone.
Yeah, I think he
One
found out
one or two
Martell and
people
Destiny.
Martell has always followed. He never
That
really
is true.
followed anyone.
He
Yeah.
never
But
followed
LeBaric
Martell, but
was
I heard they
one
were
of them because
friends.
he used to like a lot of LeBaric stuff. LeBaric was one of the three.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm.
and I always wonder why, if she was around for so long, why wasn't she in Mel's wedding? If she was around,
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Oh my
that's
It's
God.
supposed to
all
be
made
around
up.
for so long.
Because did you guys notice when she was sitting down with her fake cousin and they were talking about the fake business that they
Even
trying to
her cousin
start?
ain't believe that.
Right, but the cousin was like, because I went to school with Martell, that's not something you're gonna say to your
A
cousin.
person.
Your
Thank
cousin
you.
knows
Somebody
that.
that you know knew him already.
Your cousin would
Mm-hmm.
already know that. So it's like they rehearse these lines. And Destiny said, yeah, everybody went to school with Martell. If
But
you
then
guys are related, you know that. That's not something you would typically say, in my opinion.
Exactly.
exactly. But what they didn't rehearse was that girl reaction to her saying that she ain't had much, that she didn't want to be friends with Mel no more. She was like, she looked at her like, girl, now you know, I know you,
Uh-huh.
you know
Why
you
is
lying.
Destiny on the show? Why they
That
got
truth
her up
came
here?
out of her real quick.
Yeah, that girl was like, no, but we ain't gonna do. I said, girl, you should have rehearsed them lines with her a little longer because she ain't followed the plane all the way through now.
I
Mm-hmm.
slept with Melnica. Oh my goodness. Martell gets around, boy. He gets around.
Ooh, I wouldn't touch him with a 10 foot
Me
pole.
neither. Me neither. Me neither.
I wouldn't touch him with
God.
somebody else's cooch.
I'd rather lay down with a height. I'd rather lay down with a height than that. Please.
Oh
After
my! But
Arion,
why?
that would have made me well, not mess with him. That girl don't even like she know how to wash right. No, no, ma'am,
Ugh.
no.
Exactly.
If I was Mel, me and Martell would probably been
Nasty.
fighting every day because he was playing Russian roulette with her life all day,
Yeah.
Exactly.
every day.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then you talking about you want somebody to do something with their mouth. Boy, if you don't go and sit down some
I'm
daggone
telling
way,
you.
I
Dang,
was
ain't
looking at
no
when Mel said she I was still doing, I was looking at her side. I'm like, wow,
Hmm.
girl bye.
no way.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No.
Now I know you out here doing something, and I'm no, we ain't about to do that.
Uh-uh.
Girl
But when
don't even
Melody
like she
told him to
don't
go
know
find
how
a
to walk.
girlfriend, when she told him to go find a girlfriend, I knew right there Melody ain't sleeping with him. She not having sex with him no more.
Yeah, she's
Not staying with him
done.
no more. Mm-mm.
No, she
Because all
said
she
she
Yeah.
talked
was.
about is you don't give me sex, you don't give me sex, you don't give me fellatio. This and that. She wasn't having sex with him.
No, she said she was on the show.
She was
She
Yeah.
no.
said I started
Whoa.
doing it. She said I started doing it more, and you still was in the streets.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
When she was
She
when they
said
was
he
at
couldn't
Rich
take it.
Fletcher's house, when they remember she broke that glass through that glass for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's when she said it.
Oh shoot.
And she
See,
I
said
was
he
looking at
couldn't
Mel
take
like,
it.
why? Are you crazy?
Oh God. I wouldn't touch him. Oh no.
see, he
Mm.
wasn't cheating because of what she wasn't doing. He was cheating because he wanted to fit in with his friends.
And he hit
Mm-hmm.
him up like Marlene.
Yep.
Right. He was cheating because he wanted to cheat. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Right.
That's
Thank you. He
what
wanted
he
to have his cake
wanted
and eat it
to do.
too. That's what it
And his
was.
mother
Do
over there
y'all
talking, she
remember?
gonna
Do
kill
y'all
you.
He
She
remember?
gonna
wasn't
kill you. She
right.
lazy. She don't want to do nothing. She gonna kill you, son. You don't need to be with nobody. Like just because you never knew real love and you never knew what a partner was supposed to do in a relationship because your baby daddy ain't want to be there no daggone more. Probably wasn't there even before you had the daggone baby.
He
But
just
just
came out of
because your
prison.
home life was a wreck, don't mean that you're supposed to pass that on to your daggone son. That's your son's problem. You wanted him to be the man of the house at probably 6.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
heard he
Instead of
came out
making him
Do
have to be
y'all remember on
quiet.
at Kimmy's wedding on that boat when Melody told him that they was doing everything and he still went out?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
he wanna have his
Mom
cake and
always
eat it
told
too.
him that.
She said they was going on dates, they were doing
Mm-hmm.
everything. They was doing what, married couples do,
Mhm.
but you still went out.
And y'all
And
That's
she
the
know
way
said
he
that's
Martell
what
grind.
anyway, but
she
Right.
said.
And typically that's how it is. Like I said, it wasn't no peer pressure. It wasn't because Marceau may have been cheating and all of that. They
Because he
haven't lost
wanted
their
to.
wives.
He
He
wanted to.
cheated because he wanted to cheat. He cheated like he did because he was so arrogant.
Selfish
You
and
know, Mel
greedy.
was never gonna
So
leave it.
arrogant. He thought he was the shit. Excuse my
He
French.
thought
He
wrong.
just didn't think this all the way through.
Exactly. He
Nope.
thought Mel was gonna stay no matter what he did,
Yeah,
what he said. Mel was gonna
And
be
she
there. But
was
y'all know
right, and
exactly.
she was willing to fight for her marriage in the beginning for years.
exactly.
You
Right.
know what I mean? And I don't even hold that against her.
Me
But
And
neither.
when
how is she right? But how
done,
everybody keeps saying she wrong for doing that? That's why I never
no.
understood that. I never understood how people say she knew he was cheating, but she still stayed. She got pregnant again. That's her
That's
husband.
her
They should
That's
never
husband.
be
her
That's
going
her
husband.
on.
husband.
So if
What
That's
she
are
her
fighting
you
for
husband.
talking
her
about?
husband, how is she wrong for wanting to
Right,
be
to try to work
keep
things out
her
with her
family
husband.
together,
Right.
keep her kids in an
Please.
actual two-parent home?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
how is she wrong?
And she
And
And
was
y'all
my
know
working
when he
for
was
it.
sitting
child,
at that table, he was lying the whole time because y'all know he never looked Mel in her face. He looked at
uh-huh.
everything in that restaurant except for Mel. Whenever he started talking, he could not look at her because he know he was lying about everything he said. You ain't sorry
Mhm.
about nothing.
And
Uh-uh.
at one time I liked Martell in the episode where he gave her that tennis bracelet. Remember
Mm-hmm.
that episode?
Yeah, that push
Uh,
it.
push,
Oh,
push
he's
gift.
a good
Mm-hmm.
actor.
Yeah, he seemed like he was so attentive and
Yes,
you
he's a
know,
good actor.
at
I
first
give
I
him a
at
lot
first
of
Tino,
I
stuff
liked
to
him. I
be
was like,
over
oh
that.
wow, he's a nice
that
guy, you
that
know?
was the same episode that her brother you
Mm-hmm.
basically cornered him about cheating, and he was
Hmm.
like, "Who said it was sexual?" And we were looking at him like, "What?"
Oh gosh. Lord
Like,
Jesus.
you mentioned that you stepped out on her and it was sexual on the show.
All I gotta say is disbanded.
Disbanded and dissolved.
She needs to make some shirts like that. The
Oh
brother got
yeah.
the disbanded shirt. She needs to disband it or dissolve, disbanded, disbanded, dissolve, whichever one.
Yeah.
Because
You
he,
know, I don't know if Martell brother is in
I
prison or
agree
not,
with
I
you.
heard he was.
but
He
I'm
back
sure
in
that
prison?
when he,
I heard he was
I'm not
in. I
sure
don't
if
know if
he
he's out.
is.
No, he
Okay.
got
After,
out.
He got out?
yeah,
Got out.
but you
Okay.
know, when he was married to Mel, you know, he had it all. I'm sure he kind of looked down on him. He probably don't want to see his dad nor his brother now because he in the same boat as they is.
yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Remember he
Yep.
tried to take his father shopping on the show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
like, how
see
you
that.
gonna
I didn't
dress
see that
somebody?
one.
You didn't even dress yourself. You still around here still in tank clothes. What are you doing?
Oh
He
God. His
He
father gonna be
wanted
walking around
Mel
with
to
tight
see his
clothes on.
chest
Oh
before he
God.
left that before he left off that vacation. Mel said, "What do you got on?"
Right.
Yeah. He trying to
Man,
impress Melody. He was
I
trying to
think
impress
that was
He
his
knew it was
last ditch
tank short.
effort to see if Mel would let her guard down. I
no
think that's
Melly.
why he walked
and
out there
she threw
with his
And
she
jacket
threw
then
on.
a she threw
y'all
a monkey wrench into that because she immediately started talking about, well, I'm gonna be married to somebody else and you're gonna
right.
be married to some,
Do
and
y'all
he looked out into the ocean.
right.
when he
You
said her
and your
playing that
chest.
song, when she asked could she play, did he want to hear that song? And he told me something, yeah, because making a song is just tacky. So you
Oh,
mean to tell me
please.
dealing with somebody that don't know how to wash themselves right is not tacky for 7 years? You
Thank
mean to
you.
tell me crawling up the steps with a broke back to answer a phone from said woman that don't know how to wash herself ain't tacky? Your mom,
Yeah.
your wife is lazy because you are doing your part as a husband and a father. That's not
Prosperity.
tacky.
Prosperity. You gotta fill me in. Now the girl don't know how to clean herself.
Look
I've
at
been
her.
missing out. What the heck happened?
She do look
Look at her.
nasty.
That
She
girl
do
don't
look
look like she
nasty.
know how to wash her hair, let alone her cooch.
Yeah, she do look nasty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Them poor babies.
You let that baby be sick for 2 months, and we still don't think you took him to the doctor.
Nope.
Give
Yeah.
That
that baby
baby,
popsicle
did
six,
y'all hear?
38
He's
On her
months.
still
last
coughing.
slide, that baby coughing real bad again.
He's still
Yep.
Yeah,
coughing.
Yeah.
Yep. He coughing
going,
again.
but
Yep.
she a good mother and Mel a bad mother. Dude, if you don't get out of my
Yeah,
face
I
with
think that
He
all
baby
of
said
this,
that to
have.
hurt her. He said
What
that
is
to
it?
hurt her.
Is it bronchitis? What is it
I
we
hope
that
it
don't
ain't that
know.
R. I hope it ain't that RSV that all the other children are getting now. A lot of children in the
mm,
Oh
hospital with that.
Lord, that means the
Yeah,
Hope
and with
kids are getting ready
COVID,
to
you
get
would
blamed
think if your
again.
child start coughing like that, you gonna do something. You taking him
I'm
somewhere.
going straight to the hospital.
no, she just gonna sit and stare in that live. Like
Yeah,
last
and
night,
play with
she
her hair.
smelled that he pooped yesterday.
Yeah,
She
he
looked
ain't
at him,
potty
she
trained,
turned her nose up, she did everything
Yeah,
but
because she
get
wanted
up.
Paris to change him.
and he
Right.
ain't
She
potty
didn't go in
trained.
the other room and change him or nothing.
He
Yeah,
ain't
because
he
I
he
ain't
was
wanted
potty
gonna
Paris
say,
to change
trained.
him.
what did
You
you
know
do?
Paris
Give
is
the
that baby
baby to
mama.
somebody else?
That is not Ariane baby. That is Paris child.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Paris.
Did y'all hear Paris? She said you gave him candy, you gave him ice cream, and what did she say? Noodles, I
hmm
think.
She ain't like
He's
that.
like, right. So what, Paris? So what?
Yeah.
No.
And that's a
Paris is
shame when
right.
Your
your
daughter got
beautiful
more
daughter
sense
got
than
to
her.
take you.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't
Daughter
like
got
Paris' daddy
no, that's
either.
too much.
I don't like him
Yeah.
because I know he see these daggone laughs you do. Why is your daughter still there?
Yeah.
Who, Paris's daddy?
Yeah.
Excuse me, y'all, but Dejanay Jackson has been arrested in the United States and is awaiting extradition to Mexico.
Yes.
Where
Yes,
is he?
Praise
thank
the
you,
Lord.
Lord.
Yes. Praise
Where
I
the
just
you
wanted to
Lord.
let
where you
y'all know
did
that
Get
because
that,
it
him,
ran
Lord.
across
Daddy?
my
Lord. Get
screen.
the rest of them.
Where you
I
did
knew
that?
when Nancy Grace got on that case. Boy,
Yeah,
look
And
they
I
at
love
that.
did.
her.
Oh
I
my God,
love her.
I showed that today on my channel. I love me some
I
Nancy Grace when
love
she
me
on the
Nancy
right
Grace.
side of
Oh
right.
God.
Oh my
So did
God,
they
that
just
lady,
arrest
I
her
said they
today?
need her as the prosecutor. I need
I'm
Nancy
telling you.
Grace to be the prosecutor.
I love Nancy Grace. Where
Me
you
She's
just
too.
read
doing
that
the
at
smoke.
Prosperity?
Which one?
About Dejanay.
Dejanay.
Oh, House of the Princess is about to go live.
Okay.
And she
That's
fact
what
checked before she go live. She would go live if she
Let's see
ain't.
how tough she is in prison. Let's see what she do in prison.
Oh, she
Girl,
ain't gonna last
them
like
late,
that.
they gonna be waiting on her
They
over
gonna be waiting
there.
on her, and she gonna have to fight 5 or
Gangs
6
in
of them.
jail over there, child. She ain't gonna make it. Let's see if
Nope.
she fight back.
And them girls gonna
Did,
be
did they
5 to
just
6 of
get
them
her
coming at her.
today?
It's not gonna be
They
no
picked her
one
up
girl.
today?
It had to happen today.
Wow.
I'm looking at Tamika Mallory's page because she made a big statement the other day. Like, if you guys don't see it on my page, I'm one of the spokespeople for the family.
If I
But
don't
it's
see
not
Gerald
true.
say it, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
That's who I go to if I want to know something about the
So
case.
who?
Mm-hmm.
Gerald.
North
Oh yeah,
Carolina
Girl
Beach.
Jackson.
Yeah, the one that's been covering the whole case.
Yeah,
North Carolina Beach.
a lot of them is getting them views, baby. So they saying every day the girl arrested, she in custody.
No,
She
not him. That's one thing he don't do.
no,
That's not.
not Gerald. No, not
Mm-hmm.
Gerald. No,
Oh,
because he's
okay.
the one that really broke the story. I'm
Right.
just talking about a lot of people on YouTube that's really, and they getting them views too.
She's
Free
sick.
Y'all, them
Joe,
people been
Wow.
arrested. These people have been saying these people been arrested since the day we found out
girl,
about this stuff. Just I don't
yes,
understand it. This is one case that you should not want to play with. We should
no,
want to see
Mm-hmm.
actual justice. This shouldn't be a clickbait. This shouldn't be
Thank
about
exactly,
you.
views. This should be about that girl, her family, and what these people did to her.
exactly.
Put her under the jail. Put her under it.
But I
That
hope
was
they
just so terrible.
Just sick.
That was so
Sick.
terrible for them to take her over there and thinking, and she was thinking that they were her friends.
And they set
That
her
was
up. And they set her
terrible.
Now my
up.
They
daughter is
did.
25 years old, and she went on like 4 vacations this summer with her friends, and I cannot imagine my daughter not making it back home, child.
Oh
Hmm.
Y'all
God.
got
Oh
screen with me
God.
right now.
But you know what? The things that they did to her body, they
Yeah.
moved it. They did. They did. They put clothes on it. You doing all this stuff to a what?
And do y'all know? I don't believe that second video. I don't believe about that. It happened in the bathroom. If
with
you watch
Winter.
that first video, that
Yep.
girl was messed up right then and
Yeah,
there.
she was
That's
shooting
why
her in the
ain't no
back
other
of her
video never
head.
come out. Because if it was another
Yeah,
video, it would have came out by now. That girl was hurt in that
I
fight
agree.
right there.
I agree
Her
because
neck
when
did
But
she
not
you
hit
know
stop.
her
what?
She
When
was
they
hard,
broke her
slumped
up,
when
down.
she right when she flung her, she kind of hit
Yeah,
the edge of that bed.
and her
Then she
neck
was hitting
flung
her in the
down.
back of the head and the neck
Thank
area and all of that.
And she
I
kicked
agree
her
with you,
too.
Prosperity. Yeah,
She
and that
kicked she
second tape would have been out by now.
Yep.
Thank you.
It
I
would have
don't
been out.
believe it. I believe they everything else you said they did. They drugged that baby around that house. They
Mhm.
put clothes
mm-hmm,
on her. They done took her from one room to the other room. They did
Yeah,
all of
mm-hmm,
that, but that it wasn't no bathroom. That's why the bathroom they didn't find no forensics in the bathroom because nothing
mm-hmm,
happened in the bathroom. That happened right
mm-hmm.
there on that floor, and
yeah,
everybody in there deserved to be locked up. And any
Yep.
of their parents that were hiding them, that was putting
Should be
them up,
locked up
they
too.
need to be locked up too. It's
Mm-hmm.
because if
Mm-hmm.
that's your child,
Give
you will
me,
want
give me
everything in
one
the world
second.
done to get justice.
Give me 1 second, Prosperity. Let me ask Peggy. Peggy, I'm trying to see if you're talking to someone in the comments or what, but you put, well, ladies, if you were married, would you want to raise another child, no discipline at all, and she cheated with your man to make a baby? Is that something that's going on? Because I don't, did anybody I just want to
Yeah,
make
that's
sure
my male
I think we
situation.
all on one accord. She can raise her baby, her damn self. Nah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I
Christy,
don't
why
know
Why
that
did
do you
you
think
part.
ask
she
for
was
that?
asking that question?
Where
Because
you
I
guys
think
getting all this news?
God has touched Mel, but I don't think he touched her that hard. I don't think
Thank you.
that's still a work in progress. That ain't gonna happen.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Nothing.
Christy Alley. Yep, I just saw that she passed away
Wow,
from cancer.
Oh wow,
Yeah, I'm
what?
looking on the shade room right
Yeah,
now.
I'm about to say I just
Wow.
shared it in my on my
Oh
IG
my
page. I think
god.
I sent it to you too, QT.
Did you? I would have to get on
I
that
got it
page.
from the
I got about
Jasmine
five
brand.
pages.
Yeah, I got it from the
What
Jasmine
happened?
brand.
What
Kirstie
happened?
Alley. Kirstie
Christy Alley,
Alley
the one from
passed away.
Cheers,
Oh
Uh-huh.
my god.
she passed from cancer.
Oh
God
wow.
bless. God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah, I
think
know.
she
And
may have
Kelly
asked that
Rowland.
question because some guy, I can't remember his name, he said that if he gets a chance, he was going to ask Melody at what point, I think, would she accept, the Martell's son, like going
Oh
on
See,
no.
trips
I
with
think
them or
Never.
something like
Hell
that.
no.
why would she
Never.
have
And
to accept that?
if I was Mel, I would cuss him out.
No.
Absolutely. First of all, Mel and Martell are divorced.
Thank
Mel
you.
has nothing to do with that baby.
Nothing.
Why
Nothing.
do
Does
these
not
people
have to
keep trying to
accept
push that
him.
child
None of
on
that.
her?
The money
She don't
train
have
is
to
out of
do that. That's,
service.
that's Martell's responsibility.
Yeah. That has
And
nothing
Sugar
to do with
Mama don't want him over there anyway, because Sugar Mama say you trying to fight her. Sugar Mama say, I'm gonna hit him like this. I'm gonna get him. Yeah, Sugar Mama she don't want him over there.
Sugar
But
no.
mama,
let,
she take
let me say this though, if it was not the circumstances that Coleslaw was so disrespectful and
Disrespectful.
what she did, it may have been an opportunity because if you remarry,
Mm-hmm.
your husband has a child or something, you may accept that child. But I don't think there's any way it's what the way Coleslaw did this thing that I would have her child around me. I really
No
wouldn't
way.
want my
Girl,
children
she better
around
be
her
happy if
children.
he get invited to a birthday party.
Oh
Yeah, no,
Lord.
that's
10 years,
that's some
10 years
doubt.
You,
down the
you
line.
know what? I have a friend that worked with probation, and she's married. She had married a man that was that had smaller kids at the time, and she told me one day. She said whenever he gets his kids and he need to go to the store, which wasn't even 5 minutes away, she tell him you take your kids with you.
Thank you.
I said
Mm,
what? She said yeah. She said honey, a lie is hard to get out of,
that's
and
so true.
the kids and her, the kids' mom and her didn't get along. She said, I
Yep.
ain't got time to be in court
Yeah.
behind no mess. She said he
Mhm.
takes his kids with him. I was like, but I didn't catch it. But when you think about it, it makes sense. I ain't
It
fooling
ain't
nobody
because she
else's
don't
kids
like the
either.
kids. She just guarding herself. That
Yeah.
she doing the
Yeah.
right thing.
That's why I don't see how
Prime
Yep.
Rashida. I don't see how
example, a
Rashida.
prime example of that is what's the artist's name? Shanisa with London on the track. Have you ever
Yeah.
watched that Prosperity or
Yep.
any of
You
you?
talking about Summer
Yeah,
Walker?
No, she talking about his other baby mama,
Oh,
other baby
who
mama, yeah, not
basically
Summer,
who accused the son
of
of
Shanisi.
being inappropriate with her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
what?
Wow.
And
Mhm.
right, and it's no proof. Like people said, you're on Instagram talking about it. You haven't went to the police or anything.
Hmm.
So
That's
if
right
it
though.
happened, that's the first place you're supposed to go. But that just shows how a lie
Can
can
turn
happen
into.
just
Mm-hmm.
from a bitter,
Mhm.
That's
That's
bitter.
like
why.
that thing they tried to say about Martell. As much as I don't like Martell, as much as I don't think he a
Oh
good
no.
man or none of that, when they tried to bring that stuff up about him touching Paris, I was like, now that's where you go too
Oh
far.
look.
Nah, I don't
That's where
believe
you go
that.
all the way too far. I don't like that man at
Yeah.
all. But what I
Yeah.
won't do is sit
I
there
don't
and
And
put
believe
that
that.
on nobody. That you don't
exactly.
do
And
stuff like that.
I made a video about that the same night. I couldn't believe it because
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah, you don't do
I
that.
don't believe. And you don't do that. You don't
Martell
do
wouldn't.
that.
Mhm.
Martell
I'm
And
wouldn't
No.
do
I
that.
to
got, it's
add
a
to
lot
the
of things you
story.
can say about him.
But he
No,
wouldn't
Yeah.
do that. He definitely wouldn't do that.
No, he wouldn't do
I
that. He
don't
no,
wouldn't
believe
do
he
that
would
at
have done
all.
that, but I do believe that him and somebody close to him gave that blogger that story.
I
That
don't.
no. I
story
think somebody
came.
close to her, not
No.
him.
Martell is not gonna say that about himself.
Not
No,
no.
No.
but the
No.
point of the story, if you remember the story, they were trying to blame Mel for calling CPS.
He blamed
That
him for
Uh-huh.
everything.
story
He blamed
came
him.
I
out
still
two
don't see him
days.
putting that out. I still don't see
Me
No.
Martell
neither.
Hell
dumb
Me
enough
neither.
no.
to
That
put that
story
to say
came
that.
out 2 days before they were going to court. I remember that.
I
Yeah,
can
Mm-mm.
see
Mhm.
I can see
I'll tell
Dum
you
Dum
the
doing that. I can see
yeah,
Airhead doing that. But
Yeah.
I
right.
can't see Martell being that stupid.
Yeah, she's saying what she's saying is that, and
No,
I
we
totally
did.
agree that
We
they were trying to spin the narrative and make
Mhm.
Martell look like that he was being lied on by Melody.
Thank
That is
right.
what the
Mhm.
whole
But
That's
thing
I'm
that they're
saying is
trying to
I
but
believe
do.
that
of
happens,
course
but I
the
believe
people
that she
that
tried to do it for him and put that out there. But I don't believe that he would have
he
let
didn't
them say that he was
orchestrate that.
molested
It, you know,
doing the N
times
word.
right. Times
well,
is not that serious because push come to shove, even if Mel did attempt to paint him in that light, those charges will stick to him, not her.
No, when
Mhm.
this is what we're saying. Everybody know it was not true. That's what we all agree on.
Mhm.
So to make Melody look bad, they already know it wasn't
I
true.
still
They're
disagree.
saying that she put it out there trying to make her look bad. That's all we're
Right.
saying.
I
They
I'm
blaming
not
her
understand
for
what
saying
you're
her
everything.
saying, but I'm just
fantasy.
saying is I
Right.
don't
I
believe that
understand
Martell
that.
would have went along with that. I think
No,
everyone would do
No.
hell
that,
no.
trying to
Well, we
stick
don't
her
If
into
it
Martell.
was to make Mel
something
look
good.
bad, he definitely would
Yeah,
have went along with it.
No,
let's
I'll see.
what we're
I
saying
it
is
makes
we
him look
wouldn't put
bad.
it past him. Martell, we don't know where he is. A lot of times we don't know where he is because he don't come out. He'll stick his head out when he want to do something low down and dirty. Now, I do, but I'm saying I wouldn't put it past it because I had the same thought at that time. I said once again they're trying to make Melody look like
They
she
blame
is the
her for
bad person. And back
everything.
to this other thing. Now Melody has no reason at all. She's not even connected to Martell in any way at all except for those children. She has no reason to want to have his child in her presence. Period.
Well, we
Point
are
Right,
blank.
right,
right.
In
but
my
we
opinion.
all right, and I think that we all will always get our own perception from things or what we feel.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I don't believe it, didn't believe it then, didn't believe these
Exactly.
anonymous sources showed how you can send a message to yourself and act like
Mm-hmm.
somebody said
Mhm.
this. I think it was done by the person that has that YouTube
Yep.
channel because it's been done before.
You and me both.
Different
Mhm.
people,
The
different stories,
look.
all of that.
I would
I just don't see it.
if the man can throw his own son under the bus by mentioning his whatever happened in that house that day, I don't put anything past Martell.
And I don't put
And you
anything
see what
past
he
that
did to
dog
his
either.
daughter. He recorded.
Recorded her.
See?
Yeah, I still
Disgusting.
don't
And I
believe
don't put
that.
nothing past
I
the person
understand.
who channel that was on either.
Me, it's,
Exactly. I understand what you guys are saying. I'm not, hey, you got
I
your
don't
right to
believe
your
that though.
opinion.
I don't
I
believe
just
that.
don't feel like he would have went that
That
far. Like I
part.
said,
No,
if
I'm
him and
Mm-hmm.
Mel
sorry.
was out here,
Anything to make
if,
that woman
if
look
he
bad,
and
I think he
Mel
would have done it.
if me and Mel were out here slanging and banging every day on the internet, going back and forth, and it's messy and it's this and it's that, from what we can see, is basically what we can see, which is not much. We don't know what's going on in court. We don't know. So that
Mm-hmm.
part and that channel, nothing against them. Hey, get it however you want to get it. This is
Mhm.
the norm for them. And when they were sort of called out a little bit about that, things started to change just a tad bit. So that
Mm-hmm.
part, that story, I didn't believe it
I
from
don't believe it either. I
a
don't
lot
believe
of
it
people
either.
want to believe the worst about Martell, and he's a shitty person.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong. A lot of people, but some things people take it too far.
Yeah, they
And
go
that
too
was
Well,
one
far.
of
I'm
They
not
doing too
saying
much.
that.
They doing too much now.
I'm
We
yeah.
not saying
definitely
that
did
I
not believe that.
believe
No, we
he
didn't
touched
believe it.
that girl's daughter.
No,
I'm
I
just
understand what you
saying.
guys are saying. He tried to
Whatever you understand.
Nell in a bad light. I
Yeah.
understand what you guys are saying.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
still don't agree with that. I just don't think that Martell had anything to do with that
I
story.
don't
I
think so
don't.
I
I
either.
do.
respect
I
your
don't think so
opinion.
either.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
respect your opinion about it.
Yeah, but I don't believe it either.
Wasn't that around the time when he was seen at Coleslaw's daughter's birthday party and he
No,
didn't
that was
even
Yep.
go to
way
his
after
own
that.
kid's party?
Me
That was
either.
way after that. That was way after that.
Yeah, that was after that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that was right around Prosperity. Wasn't that around when around the time when the season was about to gear back up?
Yep.
That's yeah.
No,
So
the
yeah,
C.
it was
No,
months
that was
later.
after those CPS. I guess that call came in because they basically
It was
said
way after.
that because one of the questions in the YouTubers thing was, well, who do they think made the second call? And they said, well, the person who made the first call. Now we all know that Mel went to her attorneys about the alleged abuse against Tank, so they tried to make it seem like this happened after the Tank situation.
Right. It was
But you
connected.
gotta realize that blogger also be trying to make Mel look like she's a shitty
Yeah,
person.
I do
All
know that.
the
I do
time.
know that. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying it was very coincidental that these stories came out just days before they were due back in court.
Right. And it
Mel,
was all connected to
right.
Melody getting those kids, uh, taking Martell out of the picture when he didn't lose custody, but he lost visitation rights at that time. They halted it because of the investigation, and that's when, because he couldn't get the kids for, he couldn't go to their birthday party, which is in usually like in November,
No,
December.
he could
That,
go. He did not go. He got special permission from the judge to let him go to that party, and he didn't even show
Yeah,
up.
Melody
well,
said
you
she
didn't, but
asked the
that's what I
judge.
was trying to say before you started
This
saying, we're saying the same thing. He did not go to the party, but he was at Coleslaw's party. Shortly thereafter, that story broke
Yep.
because
okay,
That was a
Hannah.
that was a big difference gap between
Right,
those
it
two
was a
things.
big gap.
No, 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 it
Give me
wasn't.
1 second, Simply Beautiful. Give me 1 second. Okay, the 56 days and all of that, that was back in January.
Yep.
This story that came out was when this season was gearing back
Mhm.
up for the
Thank
second
you.
half of the season, which was September.
No,
So
Right.
no,
there was
no.
a big
Put
I
gap.
that
think
story out.
the other story she's talking about, which when after he was caught at that girl daughter's birthday, he came online blasting Mel about the tank situation.
But we
And
were
that was
talking
right
about
before.
We
the
talking about the
YouTubers thing.
allegation.
We were
Yeah.
talking about the YouTuber
YouTuber
thing. We are saying
allegation.
that the
Yeah.
YouTuber allegation came way
Well,
after
yeah,
all of that.
that came way
That's what we were
after.
talking about.
Yeah.
yeah, it came way after. But I was saying it was all kind of connected together. But I could be wrong. The
No,
reason
you're
I said
right.
it was connected is because they kept on coming after Melody about those kids, and that's when they said, well, he was at Coleslaw's. That's why they blamed him for doing something to the little girl after
Hmm.
they saw him at her party or something like that. I can't remember everything, but anyway, it was similar.
And from what Melody says, she went to the judge and asked the judge, could Martell come to that party on Mel's
She sure
live?
did.
Yeah,
Yep.
he got the permission, and this little trifling bus still ain't show up because
I
the
know.
cousin was like he wanted Martell's number so he could talk to Martell because she said it hurt Mariah a whole lot, and Mel
Hmm.
was like, no, I don't want my family getting involved with him.
Hmm. Hmm.
It seemed like Mariah is not as close to him as she used to be.
She but the
Exactly.
Mel. I said that earlier. He's losing his grip on Mariah.
Did y'all see
Yeah.
that video the other day that Mel had put up on her story when was Mariah in the water? I thought that was so
Yes.
Mel. She looks just like Mel in that
She looked like
Yes,
Mel.
Oh
Oh
video.
God.
does. That's
I
hello.
thought that
her.
was Mel on that board until I heard Mel voice.
That's little Mel there. That's little Mel.
Yes, she looked just like her. She
Oh
could.
I said,
God.
oh
That's
God,
sort
she
of
looks just like her.
And
there
sugar
was
mama looked like Martell. Nope.
she
And you know what? But I did not know that Mariah is only 10 years old.
Me
She's
either. I
smart
always
too.
think
she's
she's
a
12 at
giant.
least.
I thought she was at least 12.
Me too. I
Nope.
always think she's at least 12.
You
Well,
guys,
She's a
How
giant.
And
give me
yeah,
one
she's
second. Let me
tall.
see.
She's
Let me see who
tall.
this is backstage, guys. Alsophilia. You guys know them?
no,
Mm-mm.
I don't.
tell them to show you the face.
Alsophilia. Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hi.
Hi, I love you. I love your channel. I've been
Oh,
following you
thank
for a
you
long
for
time.
joining
Do I
us.
need to turn the light on? 'Cause
You know what? You don't have to stay on camera. Do you want to stay on camera?
no,
Okay, so you know how to click yourself off, right? You know.
no.
Hit your
You don't
camera
know how to.
button at the bottom of your screen. It should say start
Oh,
camera and
okay,
stop camera.
Okay, so there you go.
okay,
Now I can move this.
okay. I love you, ladies. I've been listening to you all, and I agree with everyone.
Hmm.
And you know what? When I look at Melody, I'm 52 years old. So all my kids are grown. I have grandkids. But I remember being a young male, and my husband cheated on me throughout our entire relationship.
Mm.
And the advantage that she has is that this plays out in real time,
Hmm.
and her kids can look back on it and see the reality. Because right now, while they're young, the men can switch the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
He made me out to be the cheater. I
Mm.
was wrong for leaving the marriage and all of that. And I had to take it. Everybody thought we were a good looking couple, a good looking family, you know,
But you
everything.
break
And
it
this
up.
man was cheating on me left and right. And I stayed because I wanted all my kids by the same man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, people don't understand that. But in my mind at that time, I was thinking, if I had, I wanted more than one child, but if I was to leave him at that point and go be with somebody else, I got double the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then you get with another man and you want to, because you want kids, and then you got triple the trouble. I said, okay, I'm gonna make this sacrifice, and after that, I'm gonna live my life. And when I left him, absolutely, I doubled up just like Mel. And so when I look at this young lady, I'm like, I could see everything that she's been
Mhm.
going through, her accomplishments, and right now, the only thing I would say is, uh, slow down and take some time to rest.
Yeah, because Mel be gone.
Yeah.
Right. You know, that's the only thing. Manage, be able to manage time, because, time is very valuable. You know,
So, but
Mhm.
Mel will get a break in. Mel will go on a vacation in a minute.
Sure will.
exactly. Right.
She not
And so
only
that's the
working, she
good
living at
thing.
the same time. I believe
Mhm.
that.
Oh, the
Yeah.
kids
I
are
saw
That's
you
somewhere
had
that's
to
the
go through
thing.
that. I saw you had to go through that.
Yeah, me too. But thank
Hmm.
goodness you're out of it. And I think like in Mel's case and a lot of women case, you try to stay busy to keep your mind, you know what I
For
mean?
wonder. Yep.
Naturally,
Yeah,
you
Mhm.
right.
do the
Yeah, I
damn
did.
thing.
I had a couple of
Yeah,
jobs.
yeah. And
Yeah.
she's
Because
doing
being
it
with a
now,
man 12
making
years,
all the moves.
that's
But I
all you
think she's
know.
also, just want to keep it moving. And but I get what you're saying too. But
And
I
she
give
also
her
knows
right
she got
there.
to work hard to keep her kids' future looking bright,
Yes,
because
she's the
look who
only
the
one
goofy had
that's
kids
doing
with.
it.
Right.
Right,
Right.
He
right.
had to pay the light bill. This man let his kids sleep on air mattresses. Right there,
Hey,
nothing else. I wasn't even tripping about you cheating on this woman. This is a grown woman. But when you were so petty that you
hmm
would not allow your wife to get the kids' beds out of the house because you were
disgusting.
mad that
Mhm.
she was leaving you and your kids had to sleep on air mattresses, that is when I lost all
Disgusting.
But
respect
you
for her.
know
Oh,
what?
Hey,
yes, yes.
prosperity.
Can I just interject 1 second? It's
Mhm.
funny because when I ended up leaving my situation, I moved in with my girlfriend in a 3-bedroom house. She already had 4 kids and I had three, and she opened me with welcome arms and walked me through that whole process.
Mm.
We need
That's
friends
So
like
I
that.
I understand, like, that's how vindictive men are. Then they
yeah.
stalk
Mhm.
you, and then they stalk you. We didn't have the internet then. This is live stalking. We gonna park our car down the street, walk, and then all this, girl,
Mhm.
crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So thank God for the internet and technology at this point.
That's
Yeah.
true.
But you got some women
So
that
you
have
can
done it
shine
too.
light on it.
Yeah, exactly. Women do the same thing. It's like, I have 2 sons and a daughter, and you know they don't understand this thing called life just yet.
Mhm.
But I told my son, I said, okay, now that you've gotten with the young lady that had a child prior to your child, you have to be a stepfather. So that means that you take on the responsibility of that child, her, and your child. And
Mhm.
that's it. That's all. That's what it is. You chose that.
Mhm.
I don't care about nothing else.
Mhm.
Step up
Mhm.
to the plate and be a grown man. I'm not gonna be that mother is like, my son does all this, he's the greatest. No.
Like Miss Marlene.
Exactly.
Miss
Exactly.
Uh,
Marlene need counseling herself. She really do. She need to go
Yeah.
see Dr.
Right.
Francis.
can
Hard.
y'all
She
It
hear me?
needed to
is
go
that
with her
way.
Okay,
son.
cool.
Yeah. I
Remember when
kind
she
of
said he
felt
was
a little
lying?
sorry for her when she said that she basically parented the only way that she knew how. Because
Mm-hmm.
I think that's true with the older, and I'm not calling her old or anything, but it's been different forms of parenting as
That
far as
lady lying.
generations.
She said her and Martell told us on that daggone show her mama raised him. So girl, she was out there being a city girl. Marlene just wanted some sympathy.
Hmm.
Not
I
a city
believe that.
girl.
I believe that.
Do you?
I do.
She said
Marlene
it.
look like
I
she
didn't make
look
that
like
up.
she
She
been
said
cooking for a
that.
Ye-
long time.
when they was sitting on the patio, right?
Yeah.
Prosperity.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
When the uncle was mad the day after that launch party, and the uncle was mad because he said nothing about his mom, and then he lied on the grandma and said she was the reason that he missed the daggone scout for the NFL. I tell you, couldn't even read the playbook. Stop lying. You didn't even know if he was the X or the O on the paper. Stop saying
Now,
that.
Prosperity, did you see the digital exclusive that they released today?
No, I ain't see
Oh, you got to go watch the one with Marlene and Martell.
Yes.
it.
You
Marlene
gonna
just
be
said my
suffering for
nerve.
real.
Oh yeah, the exclusive.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to figure out why the heck did they leave drunk Marlene on the beach with all those kids? I didn't see a
Girl,
lifeguard in sight.
I know I was
I was
praying for
trying
them
to figure
babies.
that one out
I
myself.
said, "Oh God, y'all know y'all know that pineapple was filled to the rim the whole time she was
Yep.
on that vacation.
Yep.
Because you
Well,
heard
she
her
don't
say,
I
as
think
long
care.
as I got
Martell
my
and
drink, I'm
kids, they
good.
big
And we
enough.
know you are.
She said, I'm sipping right now. I'm
They
sipping.
probably had
Yeah,
to put a
time
life.
out. Gotta sip in
They
that
probably put a
drink.
life jacket on that lady on that daggone boat.
Marlene walked out the door and let it be known she was sipping. Like shit, I don't care what y'all talking about.
And she got all the top shelf liquor. Oh, I ain't had this much looking real liquor
Exactly.
in a while. Since she left her, she had food. She had probably had a sleep number bed. She had good accommodation. She had
Mm-hmm.
all the drinks she wanted. Child, y'all thought she was gonna say no. Mother, he said, "I'm having the time of my life." I said, "I know
She
you
sure
are."
did.
She
She
said
sure
these the
did.
best days of her life.
And
Uh-huh.
look at your son went and did after that. You won't get no more.
Yep, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's over now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She
true.
said, I love her. I love her. She's my kid, my grandkid's mama.
Always
I
gonna be
love
my
her.
daughter-in-law. She always gonna be my daughter-in-law.
I
I
love
don't
them
care what
chillins.
time I go
I
through. She
love them
gonna be my
chillins.
daughter-in-law. Girl, shut
I
lady,
bet
be
you
quiet.
she is.
Your lazy daughter-in-law that almost killed your son.
Exactly.
Right.
Really? I would have
Exactly.
snatched that bacon out of her mouth so fast.
I would have
And I get
grabbed the
a last piece
entire
of bacon.
plate. Give me my breakfast.
And you know what?
You
I
look claps in
really
your
have a
head.
serious question.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, Martell and Sheree have unfollowed each other with their PR stunt gone off.
Oh well. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Were they even following each other?
They
I
Listen,
was
I
on
guess
Instagram.
apparently if you unfollow somebody, that's a big deal.
She
That's
took all
like,
his
Yeah.
pictures down and everything.
Child, that
Uh-huh.
means that's like, do you love me? Check yes or no.
right.
they ever have pictures of themselves on their own pages.
I've seen
No,
a lot of pictures of
I don't
but
myself.
now,
follow
neither one of
them
them put
for
stuff on their
real.
pages. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, they did. They never put like any pictures of them.
But
I
they were so awkward. Even in New York, they were so awkward. You know, you could
they were.
ugh. I couldn't
Yeah,
take it. I mean, go sit down.
Right, but why is it that Sheree, if a man is no good, she's all for it. Like
I don't get it.
Cause she
But
ain't
you
no
know
good.
what?
I think so.
Y'all
She
know
ain't no
what?
good. Yeah. Huh.
Sheree and Martell are both Capricorn.
Oh God.
Mm.
Yeah, and she
And
bought and she his daughter. She
Capricorn Capricorn men are more likely out of every sign on the zodiac to marry for money.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's why he got with Melody, and then he tried to attach himself to Sheree.
Okay.
no, they
Mm.
But
try to attach themselves
his
to each
alter
other.
Yeah, yeah.
ego
Sure
likes
do.
the more docile woman, and that's where Arion came in. He got to be Superman with her, but in reality, he wanted the status and the clout of women that are more successful than him because he's lazy.
Didn't I say
But
that
then when he
simply?
got with Sheree,
Yep.
she
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
clout chaser.
Mm-hmm.
she was the
Coleslaw was to
female
feed his
version
appetite.
of him, and Sheree is just as lazy as him.
Yep, he thought
Yep.
he
Yeah.
had
They
he
don't
thought he
have
had
good business
somebody, and then he
sense.
realized,
They're
girl,
not
you can't
very
put up with us like that.
intellectual, and they don't like to pay.
She ain't
She
got
Mm.
no
don't
high
either.
school diploma
Sheree don't
either.
pay. Sheree don't pay. Oh
Sheree
God.
ain't got no high school diploma. You know she was just as
Well,
slow as
the
he
only
was.
time Martell pay is if he paying for some tail, allegedly.
She don't pay.
She want an intern. She want an
No, that was
intern.
when it was him and Mel money. He ain't paying for no tail no more. He ain't got that much money.
Right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why he mad. He mad because he ain't got that extra money to pay for none of that little
Mhm.
tussie washes.
Harry on mad too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Girl, I
Oh,
keep
she big mad. She big
you
Okay.
know
mad.
you hit rock bottom when you said you missed the fact that your baby daddy was married.
Was
I'm
married.
telling you.
Exactly,
Oh, did
Cynthia.
she
And then
say
she
that
said,
out
I
loud?
can't get my hair done the way I used to.
Oh
Then
my
you go and
God,
get
that is
Mel
so
hair done.
embarrassing.
Then she go and get her hair done like Mel. I'm like, girl, if you don't sit down
Lord. Oh
somewhere.
Lord.
But
On
do
a
y'all
grown
Mad
think
level.
that
weave
do
type
y'all
though.
think that they actually broke up Martell and Sheree? And the reason I'm saying that is because something it might have a ring of truth to it. Because shortly after that story broke, here come Coleslaw out
Yep.
doing
It
lines
did.
and stuff. So she may know something. So that's the only reason I think that it may have a ring of truth to it. But I've been. Usually look on Sheree's Instagram page. I've never seen any pictures of
Nope.
Martell from there anyway to begin with, so I don't know
On
if
Yeah.
either one of the pages. Nope.
huh?
Nobody thought that was a real relationship. I
If
Mm-mm.
you
always
did, you
thought
just as crazy as
it was
Ariana.
a
He said what
publicity
now?
stunt.
I said, if you
Right.
believe that relationship was real, then you just as crazy as Ariana.
It wasn't real.
No,
It wasn't
I'm not
real.
saying I don't see any reason why they would fake it like that, but it had to have something. She was helping him out in some kind of way, and they had some kind of something
RHOP.
going on.
I mean,
Storyline.
They
RHOA.
thought it
He
was
was on the show. He
game
got to be on the
That was
show.
changing.
right. It was a storyline for the both of them because remember,
Right.
she's
He's
supposed
supposed to
to
come on
be
this
making
show.
an appearance on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Right.
So
Right.
The
let
exchange
me
ain't
get
never been a
the show.
robbery.
So you're
Right.
saying
That's what
she
that
lied about
was.
it when that reporter caught her out in Atlanta? She lied about that
that,
she met him.
He called
Uh,
her.
that was no
Mhm.
reporter. That was
He
Freddie
called
O. That's
That was Freddie
everybody's
O.
go-to
But
in
you know
Just
what?
Atlanta.
He
Yeah.
hired
called
him.
Yeah.
She
him.
didn't
Yeah.
lie.
Right.
Actually, if y'all ever paid attention to Sheree, she did not lie. She said, I'm having
Just,
fun.
just
Fine.
having
Meaning,
Right.
fun.
as
She sure
long as she
did.
delivering the P9E, then
but
she good.
That's
she
That's
what
all
also
the
she
woman
said
wants.
that he's
that
delivering
he
that.
had
No,
met
she
her
said they
family.
were dating.
She did. She said she was having fun. That they
Yeah, she was
met
just dating.
through a mutual friend, and that he has met some of his family. And you saw that picture with the two kids sitting at the dinner table with them, and then you saw him in
I
New York.
definitely
You
never
seen him in
believed
Atlanta.
Sheree.
So why?
Sheree is like a gold digger.
But that's
Well,
fine. But
she's
why?
digging in the
Why is it?
wrong
Why
tree
would
right
you
now.
say? Huh?
Right. Like, I think that she said what she said all the time. We just having fun. To me, that just gave me the impression that she's an older woman having some fun. Cause
That's
I'm
it.
older than Sheree. I think I'm 52, and she feel like she's having sex with a man 10 years younger than her, and and she
But if
having
she's a
fun.
gold digger and Martell don't have no money,
Right. He ain't got no money.
you're saying
No,
that she's a
I
gold digger
no,
because she wants to be with a younger man.
That's
right.
it.
No,
A
I'm
little
saying
play toy.
right.
And
Yeah,
also to help they
that
help
was
each
a
other
play
out.
toy for her.
And
She
they
was
both
I
a
agreed to
never.
each
player.
other out.
She playing
She
with a toy.
let Carlos pump her up to doing this
She
Yep.
mess.
playing with a toy that's
Mhm.
broken. That's the problem.
And then
Mhm.
they thought that it would gain enough traction probably to turn into something, but it quickly died off.
But she
Everybody more concerned with Latasha Scott and her husband and what they got going on.
Him
but
and
I
he
They
probably had her
thought it was.
food as well, thinking that he had some money, just like he had everybody else food at the
yeah.
beginning. I don't care what nobody say. At
also
first,
Right.
we thought that Martell was the HNC or however you want to say it. We
Oh
thought
no.
Yep.
Martell
Oh
was
wait.
running things.
but
No, no. In
but
that
by the
first
time that they
episode,
got together, everybody knew he was broke.
She
Yeah.
may have not have
Right.
known, though. We knew it. She may have not have known it.
How
Right.
that man was on everything and ever.
Yeah. She knew. She knew.
And you
No, I
know
think
what?
what the straw that
Love and
broke the
Marriage
camel's back was when
Huntsville.
Destiny had to stay at the chateau when she came to Atlanta with no place to stay.
Oh Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Lord
Why
Jesus.
y'all think
And
Carlos is so
and
quiet?
literally Destiny is
Destiny.
why is
Destiny.
Carlos so quiet?
Destiny
Yeah.
is
Why
probably the
is
only
he?
one
I think
that
Carlos is quiet because one, Monique done quit on
On
So
Love and Marriage DC.
yeah, that, and I think it's the backlash from what's happening with Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Yeah.
With Basement Billy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I
Mm-hmm.
cannot believe he went. I cannot believe he went that low.
I
That
can't.
was,
yeah. That
oh,
was
that was
low.
I
That was
blasphemy.
low.
I I'm not surprised though.
Me either. I can't.
I'm not
Every show he's
surprised,
ever
but
been on has been the demise of it with his antics. Like all the shows, the Divas and
Yep.
Love and Marriage Huntsville and the RHOA and all the shows.
And let me tell
Bill
you another thing.
Collector,
Let me tell you
Bill
this too.
Collector.
When Martell was on that upscale magazine cover page, these
Right.
people did not know that if they. I don't think they did all of the research
They did not.
because the storyline that they put out there on that magazine was fictitious and false and fraud. And
Mhm.
Wasn't
I
none
think
of it true.
that Sheree was the one that helped him get that cover of
Mm-hmm.
that story. And now
Yep.
if she left him is because she didn't find out the truth. It wasn't because of anything that she knew at first.
And
I
on
think
Mhm.
she
on
finding
TV,
out that
I
he
just
ain't
wonder how
nothing
she
but a
thought
No.
big
people would
liar.
not
she said
know
at
and
the
he
Sheree,
playing out
reunion.
on
One at a
TV.
time,
yeah.
ladies. One at a time.
Sheree knew who exactly Martell Hope was.
She knew.
Right.
She said it. Well, Martell is not the same guy that you watch on television.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
Right.
Thank you.
The problem is they share the same PR person.
Mm-hmm.
Their PR person works for Upscale Magazine. So she set her magazine up to fail.
So
Mhm.
Right.
so you're saying that she knew and she believed it, or she knew and didn't believe it?
She knew and
You
didn't
know.
care.
Didn't care.
Didn't
Mhm.
care.
Right.
Exactly.
But
She
Mhm.
knew and didn't
her
care.
Storyline.
statement didn't say that. Her statement was that if you look at him on TV, well, he's nothing like that. That's not what she said.
No.
She said he's nothing like that on TV
Yep.
No,
because
she
it,
Well,
said
are
he's
you
nothing
going?
like that in
Of course.
person.
If you're using someone for a storyline and they're using each other, you're
You're not
going
gonna.
to say things that you're not going to say the truth. You know what I mean? You're not going to say what you know. What they're both using each other. I think Carlos put them together, like somebody just said.
Uh-huh.
And this is just my opinion. But naturally, she's going to say, "Oh, he's a good person." Naturally, he's going to say the same thing about her because they want people to watch both of their shows.
even
Yep.
at the risk of her reputation, that because
Yeah,
that
Her,
man is
her reputation
it's
is
not a
Absolutely.
trash.
When
reputation.
somebody
That's
that
a
was in jail,
storyline.
yeah, but I'm
Tyrone
saying
was in
then
jail.
she's
She
risking
ain't
people
had
not
nothing else
wanting to
going
watch
on.
her because they thinking that she is a fool now. Because nobody
No,
wants to be
we
associated with him. But I get the storyline thing. But okay,
Sheree doesn't care as long as there's a check involved.
Yep.
Look,
Mhm.
right.
Yep.
They
Right
just throw
here.
all those
Ray
people
paraded
money with them
Tyrone
clothes.
around. She paraded Tyrone around. They say he was
Yeah.
one of the biggest scammers.
Yep.
Biggest
Hmm.
scammers. Now, if he went to jail allegedly for
Yeah.
all of that, do you think Sheree care?
No.
That man funded her to complete that house, so she can care
Exactly.
less.
yeah,
It's
I
all about
kind
the
of
money. She
And
yeah,
his mom and her
I
mama
think that
knew him
she
as
thought
the
that she
felon.
had.
I mean, as
I,
prison day.
yeah,
That
I
was
think
real.
that she thought that she had someone. And it may be that she could really, again, have fun with, or somebody that she thought cared about her. This is just me now. I don't know. But I would, it's just too much. And then, at Coleslaw, when the guy is mad as she did, Coleslaw knew this back when she went on that tirade for hours at a time, few months back when Gigi got a hold of her.
Mm.
That girl knew that
Yeah, that's
Martell
what she was talking about.
were dating then, and she thought it was a threat. So I don't know.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think she knew the extent of how far they were going. I don't think she believed that Martell was going to screw Sheree.
It
But
But
was
she
Sheree
also
went
said
and
that she showed the texts that he sent to her telling her that he was only there to fix the pool.
yeah.
Right. He tried to run the same little script on her. It's for the show. It's for the show. And she realized that, look, you didn't
How
say
could
that
she
about
get
the wife all these years.
right? How could she
Right.
get mad when she messing with
And then she
somebody's
saw all
husband?
those
Oh,
pictures
please.
all over the place.
Yeah, them walking in New York and all of that. And Yeah.
You know that hurt her ego because she remember she always been a bad bitch, and he want young women, and now he
Right.
out here with somebody as old as his mama.
And that's why she kept calling all those ladies old batches.
Yeah.
And she even called Sheree that same thing.
And
And
she was talking
she,
about Sheree too. That's why she said
but
it.
she got
Because
cut
like you
off real
said,
quick.
like
Sheree
you
been
said,
playing
she
with
knew
her.
about Sheree when she did that live. That is the reason people thought she talking about Mel. No, she wasn't talking about Mel. Mel is not that much older than her. She was
Couple
talking
years.
about Sheree.
Mhm.
She had already found out that they were doing something, but he lied and told her that it was about the pool. But
He
she
did.
already knew that that's not what it was. So that's why she was calling all the women old batches.
And I
Because
got a
Yeah.
question,
Tasha
ladies.
K also said that
Ladies,
Martell said he didn't even know the woman, that he was billing a pool for her. And then he
But that
found
was a
out
lie.
the next
That was
thing
a
That
he
was a
found,
lie.
lie.
That
that's
was
what
He
a
ladies,
lie.
I know it was a
Coleslaw.
lie.
can I
And that's
ask
why
a
I'm saying,
question?
Coleslaw is the person that told Tasha K that. Martell
Can
never
I ask
talked
a
to Tasha K.
question?
It was Ariana that told Tasha K, and Tasha K is the one that told Funky Dineva.
funkies.
Because remember, Funky Dineva said, "I got somebody that is in the industry that
Mhm.
know first." That's who told them. That's why that thing went out there. But Martell, and that's why he also said, "I never said that because it didn't come from him. It
Mhm.
well,
came from
Tasha,
Ariana trying to make Sheree feel like." Oh, he out here putting salt on your name and saying that he don't know you,
but let me
thinking
just
that
say,
that was
Tasha
him
K,
first.
Ta-
Well, can
yeah,
I ask a question?
Mm.
Tasha K did say that Martell
Can I
told
ask
her
a
that, though
question?
she may have
Tasha
been
K
lying.
lied because
That's
she
what
didn't
I'm
want
saying. She
people to
was
know her
lying. It
source is
wasn't him.
Arion.
It was her.
Hello? Can
Right,
I ask
because
a question?
yeah, give me one
Yeah.
second. I'll also Ophelia. Martell
Okay.
even came out and said that he didn't even talk to Tasha K.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So he did say
Exactly.
that. But go ahead, also Ophelia.
That was the same thing I was thinking. Like, where's the pool? Where's the construction?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the start of the project that y'all was supposed to have initially?
He ain't
Number
got no
one.
license. He
He
Number
can't
dipped in her
two.
build.
pool. He dipped in her pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the
It's
pool he did.
like
How you gonna
But
Sheree
build the pool
was
and get
so
permits?
desperate to have a storyline.
Idiots.
Martell was her storyline. And that's that. And so they make a whole record, they do this PR stunt, and it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, nobody ever believed that they were a couple. At least I didn't.
And Ariana
And
said
that's
he
Because
why
liked
the
he
it.
didn't
pool
have
thing
enough
never came
money.
up again because it was never a pool. That's just a lie
Thank
he
you.
gave
Right.
Thank
Ariana to
you.
I
keep her
mean,
holding him.
Right.
Did
He
y'all
said
see
Martell
He ain't
that?
get
doesn't
no
have enough
permits, build
money
no
for
pool. He ain't
Sheree.
got no license.
Sheree,
What he gonna
he
get
ain't
the
got
people
no he ain't got no permit.
when he go
Sheree is a
there?
gold digger. She
Did
needs
y'all
some
see
money.
Chris Fletcher tell Martell to
Yep.
tell Marcel I need you to come to the front of the class? We need to have a little
Yep. You ain't gonna lie on me. I just got out the doghouse with my wife.
Exactly.
What you ain't gonna do is
Exactly.
put me back in the doghouse.
Rely on
I
me.
went with you.
He said, but I need to talk to him. Where he at?
Chris
Get
Fletcher
into
said,
it.
I was with you at lunch for 2 hours.
That's
There is
it.
still 22 more hours in the day.
Yep.
That's what he said.
But
And
Cole said
how will Marceau weasel his butt out of that one?
he
How
don't
would
gotta do
Tisha,
much.
how
Tisha
would
ain't going
Tisha
nowhere.
handle
Tisha
Exactly.
this?
ain't going no damn well. Did you
I
guys see they
don't
was
know
on
if
live?
how
They
Tisha
was
would
on
handle
live last week, and she told him, yeah, she got upset with something he said, and she said, yeah, Marceau doesn't know the real Tisha. And he said, well, if I don't know the real Tisha after
Oh no,
15
that was
years,
old. That was
huh?
Yep.
her
it. Yeah,
Mother's
Was
Day.
that old? I just saw it.
That was a
yeah,
Yep.
it's
Mother's Day
old.
live.
They did that a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
he said after 16 years and I don't know the real Tisha.
yeah,
He
that
just made a
was real
clown out of
dumb of
her.
her to say. That was real dumb.
But
yep.
I,
did y'all see her trying to get yet another blueprint from Mel
Yes,
Oh
when
ma'am.
God.
they
It
came
was
to visit
dumb.
them?
Oh Lord.
what she do?
Jesus.
Y'all
When she
asking her
asked
all
Mel,
the questions about how she get the strength to leave and how
Oh
she.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
Child,
God.
that
yeah,
girl
yeah,
gonna get a
yeah.
blueprint from Mel
A
any
straight
way
up
she
interview.
can.
And she
the
still
only
ain't gonna
thing
leave.
Tisha was missing was a pen and a pad.
Exactly, because she was
Yes.
questioning her like she was an interrogator. Girl, tell me it
Yes.
She
all.
made me, but she
And she
made me
ain't
And you
sick
ain't
when
leaving.
she
going
got there.
nowhere.
She ain't going
She
nowhere.
made me sick when she got there to my, oh, this is the Mel and Martell we used to. And you got Mama Ho. Is did y'all hear her say ask what was Mel mama name? What's her
Bad.
name? She
Bad.
said,
Real
what's her
bad.
name?
Yeah,
No,
that's why
Keisha.
Mel was over there shoving that watermelon in her mouth the way she was, so she wouldn't
Yeah.
cuss her ass out. She'll
Mel,
probably bit her tongue over there.
Mel was pissed off. She was pissed.
She was chugging
Yeah.
that daggone watermelon. All I could think of, I wonder if it's sweet. You remember with her and Destiny? If it's sweet, we gonna be friends. If it's not, we gonna let this go. I wonder if it was sweet.
It was sweet prosperity.
The way
I
she was chewing on it, it should have
Tearing
been.
that watermelon
But you know
up.
what
I
I wonder?
wonder, do they look at the show? Because Martell said he don't look at the show. So I
Yeah,
wonder, do
liar.
people that look at the show? And then I want to make sure that Maurice look at the show when Chris Fletcher tell Marceau to come to the front of the class because he was telling me, y'all trying to destroy their marriage. Y'all gonna tear up their house. Let me see what he say to Chris.
Mm.
I'm ready for this one.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
Marcel
because
is
Chris is
a
a man.
yeah,
He
that
like to
man.
Yeah,
see
they you exactly. They only got bark for women.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Mm.
And Martell, they know, you know.
because he's a man.
Why Martell let them do him like that? What's wrong with this guy?
Oh, but don't forget they do Big Lou like that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like Tiff. I hope they get rid of her too.
Who?
Oh, she pregnant, child.
Tiffany?
She
Tiffany.
about to
Oh
find her a
God.
storyline.
The
That's probably
story
why they
line with
getting ready
that
to start
baby.
filming again. They got to do baby shower and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know they better
Mm.
not have the
But
coleslaw up in the new season. Coleslaw better not be on that show.
she ain't gonna
Well,
be on
they
Tiffany
that.
talking about
said
Tiff-
that they should start filming season 6. I saw somebody on YouTube yesterday. Season 6 is supposed to start filming either this week or next week. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard
Miss
they said
Van
something.
kind
yeah.
of put it out there.
Okay, did she? Okay.
Yeah.
As long as coleslaw ain't on there, I don't care.
Girl.
They ain't gonna put that girl. They ain't that crazy.
I
After the
know.
backlash from Basement Billy, no, they're not gonna do
Oh,
that.
Mm-mm.
okay.
Yeah, I
Good.
think
I'm
Carlos
just
Good.
surprised that Carlos didn't come out and address something pertaining to it. He has not said one
That's because the
word.
higher ups been digging in his butt.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You want to know what
They
I
got
think
him.
started it though? I
Hmm.
wonder,
Why?
did the higher ups know about Martell actions on that behind every man?
Probably not.
Did they keep that under wrap? And then when Mel mentioned it, the higher ups say, "Wait, what is she talking about?"
No, I think
Mm-hmm.
the higher ups was like they tired of all the bull crap. That fight
Mm-hmm.
is one of the
Exactly.
things that got them people
Mm-hmm.
like no. And
Exactly.
Yeah, I
then
think it
Wanda's
started
mouth is
with
another thing.
Wanda.
And all these damn petitions that they've been getting put out.
Right.
When people
Yeah.
talk about
Mm-hmm.
blacking out, yeah, they are tired.
Because like
Mm-hmm.
even on behind every woman is more people as far as their production crew,
Yep.
you know, the staff that works there. So I think that probably would have gotten back to somebody. But you
Mm-hmm.
know, who knows? I think it started with Wanda. Wanda
You
was
and me
Yep.
both.
Yep.
the downfall of the show. And then the Scots, when they started, like
Thinking
Mel
they were
said,
too busy.
Martell was the ringleader and he was
Mm-hmm.
trying to get everybody on reeled in to go against her. It
Mm-hmm.
was just a big shift. And it's disgusting if you ask me.
I,
So
I
Sit
even
there
said
and
it.
act like she don't he didn't know what she was talking about when he said
yeah.
she was the ringleader. If you don't shut yourself, boy, you know exactly what that lady
They
talking about.
And then it was
always say
the nerve of him to talk about jabs. Are we serious? You done went around telling everybody that this woman
Mm-hmm.
got a dark heart with a dark soul.
And
Mm-hmm.
she having a words because she was pregnant by somebody that wasn't you.
and with
Yeah.
20
Mm-hmm.
with 20 men, she was with 20 something men, he said.
She got
Mhm.
20 something babysitters.
Yeah,
You
he
don't
can't
want
count
your
past 20. Please.
And you're talking about her mama. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, and he sat there and wanted to play dumb. What did
He
I
But
always
you
do?
play
know what?
dumb.
What haven't
He
you
was
done?
he going about trying to get her back the wrong
The
way.
wrong
He
way. Yep.
was stupid. He just who? Why would you think she want to be with you with all the stuff that you said about her, her
Yeah.
mom? I mean, really? Who
Yeah.
does this?
Like on Melody's live, Melody said I would die alone before I go back to Martell. On her live, she
Mhm.
said that.
I remember that.
Ooh,
She said
And
I
I
would
know
ooh,
die
that's
she
deep.
alone.
got triggered when
That's
he
a
told her
strong
to be
statement.
quiet and don't say that. Cause y'all remember he used to tell her that.
Girl,
He
that
said,
irked
Yeah.
Yeah,
me.
he told her to be quiet. I said,
That
Eric, I
irked me
wanted to
when he
slap.
kept saying that. Shut up, Mel.
Ooh,
Be
I wanted to
quiet,
put my hand
Mel.
through that TV.
When he
Yeah.
kept
girl,
saying, "Shut
I
up,"
said
and
if that was
girl,
me, I'd have been triggered and I would have threw
girl.
Girl.
something right at his
But
head.
wait a minute.
But you
Didn't
know
Destiny
she
used to
normally
say
say, "You
girl all
shut
the
the F
time?
up, Martell."
No,
Yeah,
just
but
one
the
Yeah,
kid
kid.
was on the other day. He
Yeah.
did that because he knew she wasn't going to show off with her
Yeah,
kids.
On camera.
yeah,
Yep.
that's why he did it. That's
Because
why
if
he
you
did
really
it.
wanted to do that and you really wanted to apologize and talk to her, you would have asked her, could y'all go to dinner? You wouldn't have needed the kids, but you knew that she wouldn't show her ass too much
Yeah.
because her kids was in the same
Yep.
building.
Yeah. That's
Just
true.
like when he told her he invited the Scots, he waited until he was
To
in
the
front of the
kids as well.
kids to
Mm-hmm.
stop
Mm-hmm.
her from doing anything stupid, like saying,
Mm-hmm.
"Call Tisha and tell him don't come here."
First
mm-hmm,
of all, Mel
Right.
didn't want to sit with him. Mel wanted to sit with her mother and the kids and everything. He set up that
mm-hmm.
arrangement, this table arrangement, for him to be sitting with her
Yeah,
alone.
at the head of the table. Y'all saw what Mel said? Mel said, what I won't do is sit at the other end. This is not our marriage. I'm going to sit right here on the side of the table. You sit right there. No, I'm not.
I
You ain't going to be at one head of the side of the
I
table.
said
I'm going
to
to be at the
myself,
other.
"Why he sitting in Tank seat like
I want to know why he got on tank clothes. That's what I want.
Tank? Want to know why he got on his?"
Exactly.
Yeah, like why
Yeah,
he
I
got
know
on my
Tank. Every
shorts? These
time
are
he
my
see his
shorts.
father, he be like, I was looking for that shirt. I was
Right. Can I
looking
get
for
Why
that
you got my
shirt.
shorts on? What's
right?
wrong
Can
with
I get my shorts back, Daddy?
I
So
told Mel
do
to stop sending
y'all
clothes over there.
do
Just leave
y'all
and let
remember?
Tank wear whatever he already stole.
Do y'all remember this summer whenever him and Tank was in Atlanta to a ball game or something? And then when Martell was talking and he said, "Yeah, Wanda's gone." And Tank said something. Martell's like, "Well, shut up, stay in the kids' place. What you talking about?" And then Tank said something else. He said, "You don't supposed to be watching the show." He said, "Well, I saw a little bit on YouTube or something." And Martell said, "Hush, Tank. Oh, you see me on phone?" He said, "Okay, then I won't say nothing else to you."
And y'all know Martell was so phony with them kids. Y'all know he don't even treat them kids. We just seen this man on the lab with these kids. He act like he don't like Tank.
Nah,
Sugar
he's
Mama don't like him, but he was trying to fake like he was a beautiful father in front of Mel. I was like, if you don't stop it.
but Sugar
Did
Mama
you
ready
say
though. She
Chica
had on
Mama don't like him?
Sugar Mama don't. That Sugar Mama look at that man up and down like you know how Bernie
Yep,
Mac said. He looked at me like I was small. That's how she looked at her
exactly.
big old father. Like
exactly.
Hey,
why is he here?
did y'all see Boss Baby side eye Tank when he was praying that day?
Like Tank
I
was
love
just
Boss
gonna go
Baby.
on and on and on. That baby was so happy he was praying for everything.
And then Martell was talking
Boss
something. If you
Baby,
proud about
Boss
anybody, it
Baby had
show
that
is
one eye
Tank.
open like, "Is you gonna stop? We ready to eat, enough." I was like, that little girl right there is funny to me too.
I love Boss Baby.
I
I
love
That
Boss
love.
Baby. That's my baby. Everybody else be talking about Sugar Mom. I'm like, y'all act like y'all forgot about Boss Baby.
Y'all
I
That's
love
my
Boss
baby.
forgot about
Baby.
the two oldest kids. Nobody mentions
Well,
Tank
we
and
were not,
Mariah.
look, but we were around when Boss Baby was a baby. That's all. That
That's
was
So
true.
probably
how
just
old is
kids.
Tank? Tank is what, 8 and Mariah is 10?
So
Huh?
I didn't know old as Boss Baby.
No, I'm saying
Boss
ain't
baby
is
got to be
10?
what, 6 then?
She a big
No,
ass kid.
They're
Oh, I
tall.
think
They're
because the
tall.
kids are so mature and intelligent and well
Oh God.
spoken.
So
Because
Yeah,
I
intelligent.
and
could
she a
have
big six.
sworn Mariah was at least 12.
I thought she was
Mm-hmm.
12. That
Yo,
girl starting to
She's
get her little
tall.
booties and everything.
She's tall.
she
yeah,
gets
she
up
is.
on Mel. I was like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
she's
Sugar
tall.
Sugar Mama getting ready for Knox. She got on the karate suit. She said,
Told
"Yeah, you
y'all.
hit me. I'm ready for you."
Mm.
Sugar
I'm
baby,
kung
Sugar
fu you to
Mama be
death.
over there like, hold up, shut it, hold up, bitch.
You know she had her big brother teach her some karate just
Yeah,
in
she said,
case
"I'm
the
ready for
little
you,
one
Knox.
got to get out of
You."
hand.
I
Hilarious.
Wow.
love that. I love that little girl. I swear, she makes my day. They all
Well,
do.
ladies,
I
I'm
love
getting
Tank
ready
too.
to call it a night. It's almost 12:30 chit chat. Thank you for allowing
Yes,
me
I
to
was
come
just
on.
about to say that myself, Gloria. It's
Everybody have a good night. Good
Good
night.
Good
Thank
let
you,
me
night.
ladies.
let
Good
me properly
night.
thank the panel. Simply beautiful. Thank you, Hannah Grace. Great debate, ladies. Don't take it personal. We always just, giving
Yeah,
our
no.
opinions. Great debate. Cheryl
Mm-hmm.
Howard,
Yes.
thank you. Gloria, thank you.
Thank you
Prosperity,
too.
my sis. Thank you.
Always.
Pastor Rains. We had also, what was her name?
Uh, uh,
Also something. Thank you also.
Thank you.
Yes, and to the chat, thank you guys for holding it down with us. 429 watching on your way out. Please hit the like button. And Prosperity, when are you going live, sis?
When I get off
Prosperity.
here with you.
You heard it right.
When I get
I
off here
punch,
with you,
I punch in at 5 a.m. So sis, I gotta catch you earlier. But I put my notifications on. I think they on. But chat,
hey,
thank you
thank you.
guys. Thank you to the content creators that was in the chat, Aunt Ann, and there was a couple more. Thank you to my day ones, Miss J. West Coast is the best coast. Casino
Yeah.
Rules, thank you. Vibrant Thing, Jeanette Stewart, Pretty Accountant, Tennessee Girl, ADR, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you all have a great night.
You
You
too.
Good night,
too.
And thank
everyone.
you
Good
for
Good
always
night.
letting
night.
me
Good
come up
night.
and speak. Thank you for always letting me come up and speak my piece.
Yes, ma'am. You know, anytime, sis.
Good night, Prosperity. Good
Good
night.
Thank
night.
you.
Good night,
Mary
Nighty
everyone.
night.
White,
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Mary White, Candy Rose, Miss Keita Johnson, Peggy, Jeanette Stewart. You guys know I like to say good night on my way out to you. So I know I didn't get a chance to. Let's see if I can play some music on my way out. Yes. Okay, Alsophilia, thank you for joining me on the panel. Joyce Dunlap, Monica McCoy, Angie Sharon White, August 7th. Cute name. Keita Johnson, Miss Mary. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you guys for joining me. Hit the like on your way out, please. Oh, you think you got it? PDS5428. I saw you in the comments. Have a good night. Casey, have a good night. Miss Tree, 85, have a good night. Just scrolling to see for anyone that I missed. Patricia T, good night. All right, guys, I think I got everybody. Anita Cooper, Paulette Scott. Paulette said that she was decking out earlier. I think that's everybody. S. White, Monica McCoy, Sharon White. Sam Gerard, have a good night. Tang, I don't know if you're still in here. Have a good night. Marsha, have a good night. Linda Gamble, woo woo. Have a good night. Candy, have a good night. All right, guys, I think I may have gotten everyone. It looks like it. Beverly Child. Brenda Beautiful. Okay, guys, I'm be out of here once my song ends. But good night, good night, good night again. Thank you, Cutie, so much for joining me. All right, good night, cuties.